Yao Sapong and their Somafo. Beautiful, beautiful song. If the hand of the Lord is upon you, the enemy will target you. Sometimes he will bring imprisonment, threats of sickness, attacks and death to stop you in your tracks. But the God who shows you your future, the one whose path you are walking in, he will preserve, protect, he will promote and lead. That's the ethos of the song. Using the song of the story of Joseph and Daniel. And that list continues of men and women with blessed destinies going through the tests and trials of life. Having this knowledge, having this consciousness helps you to persist in the midst of the storms. And even those of us on the City Breakfast Show need these songs to encourage us, because every day we come with a new issue. Every day with his own issues and challenges. But we don't give up, because the nation requires the collective effort of all. Elected leaders, unelected influencers, responsible citizens, committed governors. Some are steering the ship of state at the rudder. Others are also furiously paddling to make sure the boat does not capsize. Find your role and do it with diligence and integrity. Find your role, do it with diligence and integrity. So do it with all your efforts and do it honestly. That's why we thank you for sending comments to us regularly, whether it's a problem you want us to address or it's a solution you want to highlight, or whether it's somebody who's doing well you want us to talk about. It's an open show, 053-998-6996. We also thank our sponsors because they pay for the cost of bringing all these things to you. This session is sponsored by ABSA. Our green finance loan product is up and away. It's called the green finance loan because it believes in green. Whether it's those of you who are pursuing solar solutions for your house, home, office or business, or those of you who are exploring electrical vehicles or switching to more energy efficient equipment, there's a green finance product that ABSA Bank has rolled out. Walk into any of our branches. Let's talk about how we can help you finance that green project. Could it be a greenhouse to grow your tomatoes in a different way? By the way, we're spending a lot of money importing stuff into Ghana. Indeed, we're told that Ghana spent $168 million on tomato imports, and our ginger dependence exceeds 99%. This is the CSIR. So those are matters we must address. We're starting off with the news review segment. And the way we've done it is that every segment has a sponsor. Yeah, every space has somebody who must manage it, right? So the news review segment is brought to you by Fidelity Bank. We call it the soft life. Soft life. Soft life. I like the sound of that. Now, what do they mean by that? Well, solutions to make your banking easy. Banking is not supposed to be difficult. You remember when I first went to the university, the year 2000, September, and you had to pay your university fees in just one or two banks.
Yeah.
And they had very small branches in Legon. So
long queues.
you stand outside. I'm like, this doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
right? So we're in 2026. You don't even need to go to the bank
At all.
You can just sit in your house and say, what's the account number of the university?
Straight.
You just go on your Momo, pull the money, and you pay.
And then?
That long queue. And the funny thing was that they went on break. So you can be in the queue. Your banks used to go on break.
Yeah.
Challenge. So all these things. So we are on break because the woman has to eat beans and popcorn. Yeah, but all those days are over.
A lot has changed.
There was a woman with Jerry Kells at the bank. Don't mention the bank's name. But today with Fidelity Digital Banking, you can use the mobile app to send money, pay your bills, buy airtime, and buy data. You can even look ECG. Those of you who have there's a certain device they give you. So if you go on my phone, you go on the ECG Power app, and then you buy the credit, and then they'll send a token to your phone.
Yeah.
And then you take the gadget and put the numbers in. You don't need to go to the meter
at all.
You are sitting on your bed.
Charlie.
Then when you put the thing inside, the light will come on.
Wow.
Charlie,
Nice
you
one.
just say okay or is it good? Then you type 007.
Verify.
I don't know why they use James Bond 007. They to give you your credits to the last person.
Straight up.
So these are things you can use GHQR.
Maybe so.
You know, you can shop securely with your Fidelity Visa card.
Yeah.
You know, and all these things are possible because of technology and human ingenuity. So we're saying big thanks to Fidelity Bank for supporting the news review segment. Now, we like the show to be interactive. I'm going to start before the review with a message I got.
Okay.
I usually prioritize messages that come at night. It means the person, the thing has worried him a lot.
Yeah. I dream watcher.
So I woke up and saw a message on my phone. Where's this message? And it was about water.
I can guess the location.
So what I did was I forwarded it to our mini platform here.
Yeah.
But I can't seem to find it.
Okay, let me
look for it for me. Good morning, Bernard. I hope you are well. Okay, I'm well. Please, we would be grateful if you could use your show this morning to find out from the Ghana Water Company what exactly is happening with water supply and when we can expect water to flow again.
Okay.
We understand Ghana Water announced that some works were going to be carried out from the 6th to the 8th of August. So naturally, we expected the water supply to resume after the works. However, it's been about 2 weeks since without even a drop of water. What makes the situation even more difficult is that we do not enjoy a continuous supply even in the first place.
Wow.
Water is already rationed.
Yeah.
So to go this long without any supply at all is becoming unbearable. Our health and general well-being are at stake. Getting water for basic household needs, even drinking, has become a struggle. People are spending sleepless nights waiting for the taps to flow, with no indication of when the situation will improve. Please, we would appreciate it if you could help us get some answers from Ghana Water on what is causing the continuous delay, what is being done about it, and most importantly, when we can expect water to flow again.
So which area is this coming from?
Now, madam, you didn't send me your location, but I believe you live in Tema. I believe you live in Tema. So if you are listening to the program this morning, send me your location. But I know this is true because I was at a function. I was at church actually on Sunday in Tema. And one person who lives in Sakumono, he had to leave the church in the morning.
Because water...
He said the guy who has the water... No,
it's not... He's going to go to open the gate.
See, Orlando Alandi. So he left the Bible...
Imagine that.
Afonikang logo.
I don't get water, bro.
So he went to... He said when a guy called him, say the water comes.
Straight.
He said that guy is some way. So if the guy... So he left the church... and went to the water guy.
No, it's really distressing, the water situation that many are dealing with. You know, kids are home now. A lot is happening. You need water for so many things. So to have taps not running in homes, institutions, public institutions and private institutions is a big deal. I think the government must take a very, very strong look at the water situation in the city. While at it, we are still battling with this galamsey issue, which keeps poisoning our water bodies. The cost of treating our water is increasing, and we are not really dealing with the galamsey menace properly.
You notice that there are many things that are important. But no matter if you don't have water, you can't do anything.
You are distressed.
Imagine, so in life, there are rankings.
Yes.
If you don't have air, you are dead.
True.
So I was somewhere, they were talking about getting somebody an oxygen tank. So if you can't breathe, you are finished. So air is number one.
True.
I think a close number two is water.
Water is number two.
So you can be discussing judiciary, economic policy.
Vacation.
Bro, if you wake up and there's no water in your house,
forget.
You can't even go to church. So
it's true.
I think the Mutawakil and Co. and Stanley Mate should give a more cogent reason for the water shortage. Because what Stanley did was he did inform us of the water works, and he also sent a message to say that they are finished. But if before we
still saying days after that work
is it
done,
that the water needs a visa to come to our house? We don't know. So today I want to do something. Let me start with the City Newsroom website because I find a lot of interesting stories there. Ghana spends over 168 million cedis on tomato imports. Ginger dependence exceeds 99%. And this is CSIR. All right. And I'm happy that we're highlighting what the researchers are saying. In other headlines, gold drives 63% of Ghana's exports. What does this mean for the economy? It's a very important question that the business desk is asking. So gold, this is what you call concentration risk. All right.
It's not diversified.
Yes. In other stories, there's a whole argument about the Court of Appeal to rule on AG stay application in Citi FM case today.
Yeah.
GBA has no business in legal vacation dispute. This is rocks in the Mekpo. Meanwhile, Tian says substantive vacation hearings require lawyers' consent. So that argument continues.
Okay.
In other headlines, Ambrose there to contest Nandom seat again in 2028, and we told private citizen has now sued the AG and the CJ over the legal vacation.
Yeah.
So those are some stories
online.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Harun Idris is going to meet Gawa over their strike next week.
That's true.
And then he's also saying that Arabic will not be compulsory in Ghanaian schools. There was a bit of an uproar in some circles about this. If you go to channel1news.com, government's inflation target economy squeezing Ghanaians, Miracles Abuaji, or I don't know how to call it Miracles. It's called Dennis Abuaji. Miracles is his nickname.
Right.
But
the miracle.
So he's saying that the inflation targeting economy is squeezing Ghanaians' pockets. Meanwhile, Upper West Region, police arrest 6 over armed robbery and mumu theft. Then the health ministry is dismissing claims of antiretroviral medicine shortage in Ghana.
Okay. Yeah,
and then MPP is telling Chief Justice that the Edubwine and Hanan cases should resume after the legal vacation. Attah-Mensah says, I won't compromise legal vacation principle for one case.
Okay.
And then you mentioned Galamsey. Well, NIMOS intensifies Galamsey crackdown, arrests 40 and seizes excavators across 6 regions. Let me come to the newspapers.
Yes, Daily Graphic leads with Damine Mine fulfilling promises. We are told 400 locals employed, airstrip roads are underway. And then there's been a shakeup at the national security. That is on page 3 of Daily Guide this morning. Edubwahin trial, judge insists on legal vacation hearing. And Sawyer committee got growth 82 registration date wrong. This is the 4th estate. The AG is opposing Wintumi's bail pending appeal, and 2 arrested for killing man at Tuba.
What about the Herald?
Yes, Herald is leading with some interesting stories. NPP's Katie Hammond dodges accountability in $1 million Dumso era bribery scandal. Major General Ayamdo replaces Limuna at Bluegate.
Okay, so the changes are coming now.
Herald is using. Anyway, family, friends.
They call national security Bluegate. So I think he's using that.
Yeah. So family, friends demand Omanibuama bus replacement. It doesn't depict him. And then questions
it doesn't look like him.
They say it doesn't look like him. And then there are questions over the 7 others when they are also getting theirs, or whether they'll get it or not. This is how it looks like. Actually,
it's a difficult work. He's tried.
It's very hard. NIMOS arrests 40 over illegal mining excavators, guns, 120,000 Ghana cedis seized, and we are told that the NPA Deputy Chief Executive Dr. Dramani Bukhari has died.
Before you come to the Chronicle, the Daily Graphics lead story: Galamsey destroys 60% of rivers.
That's serious. That's very serious.
Scientists raise alarm over implications. That story is by Timothy Nyangbe and has a photo of a polluted water body. Meanwhile, SNIT targets 2.8 million active members by 2028. The CEO, Kwesi Afrebani, is photographed here. Take your anti-HIV drugs religiously. Ghana AIDS Commission says adherence rate is only 57.6%. Right, so people need to take their anti-HIV drugs. And then poor court administration erodes public trust, according to the CJ. These are the front page stories on the Daily Graphic.
The CJ is on the Chronicle as well. GBA takes on judiciary over hearing of high-profile cases during vacation. And benefits of local ownership. Damine Mine recruits 400 locals, barely 4 months into operations. Ghanaian Times has the Deputy AG, Dr. Justice Ramsai here, and he says lawyers cannot shun vacation trials. Deputy AG here. Now, 100 million Ghana cedis fund to drive agricultural transformation launched. Get Fund launches furniture appeal for schools. The issue of Damine Mine is also here. And special courts not for political witch hunts. This is the Chief Justice.
If you go to myjournal.com, Ghana's exports surpass imports after 2 decades of trade imbalance. The government statistician is revealing. They're releasing a series of data. This week they released the trade data. Of course, we have 63% dependence on gold. But the point point is that we are exporting more than we're importing,
Nice.
which is good.
Nice.
BOG is sold over $8 billion through FX programs as CD faces fresh pressure. This is also on myjournal.com. Then Accra Brewery may shut down operations over revised excise duty. So that's a caution there. And then there's a group called the Young Lawyers Forum who are challenging the Bar Association. Yeah. So the Bar Association believes that the legal vacation should be respected. But this group called the Young Lawyers Forum, they say the GBA should come out for the...
Attention, look, The Informer says citizens must fuel economic recovery. Government too. This is Dr. Gideon Boako, MP for Tano North. Galamsey steals Ghana's children. Pupils abandon classrooms for 1,000 Ghana cedi mining jobs. And NPP heats up over Berko bribery case as SEMSI demands disclosure of 2013 power dues. 22 billion Ghana cedi loss. Minority interested in accountability. Gold board excesses. Aponyo Markin tells Samit Jemfi. The Ghanaian publisher SDA moves to rescue Agenda 111 after months of government neglect. Well, they actually said they want to partner government to help complete some of the Agenda 111 projects. Now, NPP accuses Chief Justice of weaponizing the courts. Naomi Alabi named curator for 2026 U.S. Homo Festival. That's right. And Adenta Dodowa road users cry for help. We'll find out more. The custodian this morning, CJ rubbishes GBA concerns on legal vacation, and the AG opposes bail for Wontumi pending appeal. U.S. investigators flag $42 million for Ghanaian firm in AXA Energy deal. MPP accuses CG of partisan conduct over vacation trial, and the story of FDA offering lifeline to abandon Agenda 111 projects is also on the custodian.
Can I start with the Daily Graphics front page story? Galamsey destroys 6% of river. Scientists raise alarm over implications. Timothy Nyangbe is reporting that more than 60% of the country's water bodies are polluted by illegal mining activities, exposing the country to environmental, health, and livelihood hazards, according to a research scientist at the Groundwater Division of the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, Water Research Institute, Dr. Franklin Obri Nyako. And the story continues on page 3. And then just give me a minute. I'm reading the digital version. It said what is even more worrying is that the myriad of contaminants would make the water bodies difficult to recover even if illegal mining stopped at once. If you look at the state of our water resources now, it's clear that we are not doing enough to protect this vulnerable resource, and going forward, there's need for urgent steps to be taken to sustainably restore the polluted rivers to save lives, Dr. Brinyako explained. Remember yesterday, there was a protest in a place called Atronie by the residents because they said the only water body they depended on for drinking was being polluted by Galamsey. My theory is that until communities rise up in defense and protest against Galamsey to continue, because the people doing Galamsey are armed, and the state seems to be afraid of them. So the only way to stop Galamsey is for those of us who say Galamsey is wrong and who believe that it is destroying our water bodies to also mobilize and say we are more than those of you who are benefiting from it. So that Atronie story is also online, but I won't go into it. But this CSR alarm is very serious, and it basically points to the fact that not only is our water body being lost, there are potential impacts on our socio economy. Another research scientist at the CSI, Dr. Prosper Bazana, who studied the impact of illegal mining on the Volta River, said there was ample evidence that polluted rivers occasioned by illegal mining activities had serious socio-economic impacts on communities. He explained that the community members depended on the polluted water for farming, which had long-lasting effects on their lives and livelihoods. He talks then about skin rashes, diarrhea, cough, and other health complications. He also complained that if they left cooked food for a while, it went bad. He says communities in the northern sector who were exposed to the effects of mining complained that when they left cooked food for a while, it went bad. And then their social issues include children abandoning school for mining, uncovered pits endangering people and animals, and the rest of them.
The story of children abandoning pits is captured in the Informer. It says that pupils abandon classrooms for 1,000 Ghana cedis mining jobs. Certainly, the future looks very bleak for some of Ghana's children because illegal mining activities are swallowing them up. Children as young as 10 are increasingly abandoning the classroom for illegal and unregulated mining sites in the Tiwa West district of the eastern region, with some reportedly earning as much as 1,000 Ghana cedis a day on productive days. The disturbing trend was uncovered by a study conducted in April 2026 as part of efforts to understand and address child labor in Ghana's small-scale gold mining sector. Now, NIMOS has arrested 40 over illegal mining. Excavators, guns, 120,000 Ghana cedis seized. So the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS, has arrested 40 suspects and seized excavators, vehicles, weapons, water pumps, and other equipment in a week-long crackdown on illegal mining activities across 6 mining-intensive regions. The operations conducted from Monday, July 27 to Sunday, August 2, covered the Western North, Western Ashanti, Ahafo, Savannah, and Eastern regions.
I'm staying with CSIR because I think they're doing a really good job. If you go to citinewsroom.com, the lead story I read earlier, Ghana spends $168 million on tomato imports. Ginger dependence exceeds 99%. Now, this information was presented by researchers at the CSIR, highlighting the scale of Ghana's import dependence in 2 key horticultural commodities and the foreign exchange costs associated with the weak domestic production. The researchers disclosed the figures during the second season of the 2026 Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation Visibility Webinar Series held under the theme CSIR's Interventions on Tomato and Ginger. Now, Dr. Michael Kwabnause, Principal Research Scientist and Vegetable Breeder at the CSIR Crop Research Institute, said Ghana's annual demand for fresh and processed tomatoes exceeds 1.4 million metric tons. However, domestic production meets only 15 to 18% of the requirement. For tomato imports, mainly from Burkina Faso, are estimated, or fresh tomato imports from Burkina Faso are estimated at between 100 and 120,000 metric tons annually, costing Ghana about $18 million. Processed tomato imports, largely from China and Europe, are equivalent to an estimated 400 to 450,000 metric tons, which is about $150 million annually. So when you add the 150 to the 18, so tomato and tomato products 168 million. That puts Ghana's. There are too many issues there, which means we are eating more tin tomatoes than even real tomatoes.
Actual
because
tomatoes.
we are spending 150 million a year on tomato. What do you call it? Processed tomato. And then we are spending 18 million. This is dollars on fresh.
That's serious,
right? So we are spending much more on the processed than the fresh, and our expense on tomatoes is 168 million, and more than 6% of our fresh tomato enter the country between November and April, when domestic production falls during the dry season. And then they even give some other details about ginger as well. So clearly we have some work to do there.
We do have some work to do, but where is the $1.4 billion Public Accounts Committee Chair demands Gold Board BOG probe? So Chairperson of Parliament's Public Accounts Committee, has called on President John Dramani Mahama to order a full investigation into the reported 1.7 billion losses linked to the Bank of Ghana's dealings with the Ghana Gold Board. Speaking in a video statement released on Tuesday, August 11, the former Minister of State in charge of Finance and a Tiwa East Member of Parliament blew the lid off what she described as an alarming contradiction in the nation's books, pointing out a massive gap between figures provided by the Central Bank and the International Monetary Fund, IMF. Osasari noted that while the Bank of Ghana reported a loss of about $240 million in its 2025 financial statement, the IMF's latest Article 4 consultation report placed losses from the domestic gold purchase program at 1.7 billion.
Meanwhile, gold is driving 63% of our exports. That's there's an analysis by Emmanuel Opong on what this means for our economy. That story is on citinewsroom.com, and it's a very good read indeed. I'm taking you to the courts because there's an argument over legal vacation, and there's a court case. A private citizen has sued the AG and CJ over legal vacation. So this story is by William Na, and it says a private citizen, Elom Kwame Goni, has sued the AG, Dominic Aini, and the CJ, Paul Bafoboni, at the Supreme Court, challenging the constitutionality of Ghana's legal vacation arrangement. Mr. Gomi is asking the Supreme Court to review the practice of suspending sittings of the Court of Appeal in the Supreme Court for about 2 months each year, arguing that the arrangement undermines citizens' constitutional right to timely access to justice. The suit filed July 28 invokes the Supreme Court's original jurisdiction at Article 2(1) and etc. And the AG and CJ have been named as the first and second defendants. So who the CJ constitute to hear the matter? Because the CJ is all considered the Supreme Court. So if you sue the CJ, it's going to be very interesting. At the center of the case is the complete suspension of sittings in the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court from August 1 to September 30 during the legal vacation. Now, Mr. Gomi argues that while the High Court continues to sit on a limited basis through the designated vacation courts to do with specific urgent matters, the two appellate courts do not sit through the period, and he contends that this arrangement forces litigants with pending matters before the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court to wait until after September 30, potentially causing significant delays in the administration of justice.
Meanwhile, legal vacation doesn't stop judges from hearing cases. This is the Chief Justice, Chief Justice Paul Bafo-Boni has fired back at lawyers who seek to rely on the legal vacation as a reason to stay away from court, insisting that a judge who is ready to hear a case cannot be prevented from doing so simply because counsel has made a personal holiday arrangement. The Chief Justice said the legal vacation does not automatically mean that lawyers are unavailable for court proceedings, stressing that counsel remain bound by their professional responsibilities to their clients. Meanwhile, legal vacation is for lawyers to rest. Attah defends court absence. So lead counsel for former National Signals Bureau Director General, Kwabena Idubuahin, and his wife Angela J. Boateng Samuel Attah has defended his decision to stay away from court during the legal vacation, insisting that the period is traditionally meant to give lawyers a break from the demanding demands of litigation.
I'm taking to the Herald because there's a number of changes in Ghana's national security architecture, and they have the story on page 2. Major General Ayamdo replaces Limuna Muniru at Blue Gate, and another raft of changes. So President Mahama has reorganized the National Security Secretariat, also known as Castle Annex of Blue Gate, appointing Major General retired William Ayamdo as Deputy National Security Coordinator and reassigning former National Security Coordinator Yaudonko to Intelligence and Research Division. Major General Ayamdo, a former Chief of Army Staff, replaces acting Deputy National Security Coordinator Alhaji Limuna, who died in August 6 military helicopter crash with Omani Buhama and co. The changes announced by the presidency yesterday, August 11, are aimed at streamlining operations and strengthening the country's national security architecture. And then he gives some details on who Yaudonko is, Major Ayamdo, and then Assistant Commissioner of Police Alasan Osman, who served as Director of Investigations at the National Security Secretariat, has been reassigned to the Ghana Police Service for further deployment. ACP Osman is a biological brother of National Security Coordinator COP Razak Abdul Osman. And then other people affected include Adamu Saka, who has been reappointed Director of Logistics and Transport, replacing Okoro, who previously headed Logistics, Transport, etc., etc., etc. So
okay, let me take you back to Agric and to the back page of Ghanaian Times. 100 million Ghana Cedi fund to drive agricultural transformation launched. The Minister of Food and Agriculture, Mr. Eric Opoku, has launched 100 million Ghana Cedi agricultural fund to support the government's agricultural transformation agenda, known as the Ghana Agriculture Fund for Education and Transformation, GAFIT. The fund is intended to build GAFIT. The fund is intended to build a sustainable national endowment to support skills development, innovation, mechanization, and agricultural enterprise. Back to the tomato story. Remember, there was a point he said that Ghana was going to bridge that gap with tomato imports and all of that. We were rolling out some programs here.
The editorial of the Herald is something we agree with. Decentralization must deliver cleaner, healthier communities. And they talk about the 59% of Ghanaian households having access to improved toilets, with about 40% not. And they basically argue that open defecation, poorly maintained toilet facilities, and poor sanitation must be a thing of the past, and the 2026 Africa Day of Decentralization and Local Development should not be reduced to speeches and ceremonies. It should be a call to action for government to urgently invest in sanitation, infrastructure, and strengthen the financial and technical capacity of MMDAs and enforce sanitation regulations without fear or favor. We agree. We support that with 10 bags of cement.
Sharp. Now, fuel tops Ghana's imports at 26% despite oil production. So Ghana continues to spend heavily on imported fuel despite producing crude oil, with petroleum products accounting for 26% of the country's total imports in 2025, the Ghana Statistical Service reviewed. Now, the revelation has highlighted what the statistical agency describes as a major opportunity for Ghana to increase domestic value addition, reduce its import bill, and retain more foreign exchange within the economy. According to Ghana's Merchandise Trade 2024-2025 2 decades in review report, fuel was the single largest import category in 2025, continuing a trend in which energy products have dominated Ghana's import bill since 2010.
There's a very interesting article in the Chronicle on page 4, which I think is a good read. Host students' bitter melon study offers new clues in fight against cancer and cell damage. And the story says a final year biochemistry and molecular biology student at UHAS, which is University of Health and Allied Sciences, has completed lab research suggesting that extracts from bitter melon leaves possess antioxidant activity and measurable effects on cell viability, adding scientific evidence to the plant's long-standing traditional use. The study, conducted by Ambrose Zuota under the supervision of Dr. Dr. Adjoa Boachi of the Biomedical Science of UHAS, investigated the biological properties of Momidica carantia, popularly known as bitter lemon, and called nyanya in parts of Ghana.
The name's heavy bitter.
The research comes amid growing interest in affordable plant-based sources of bioactive compounds, particularly as cancer continues to place major health and economic burden on Ghanaians. I'm saying that, today, a number of stories have shown the importance of supporting research. The CSIR people on imports on galamsey, and this biochemistry and molecular biology student. A lot of our health challenges can be dealt with if we support more research into the use of plants.
Absolutely.
So I'd like to commend UHAS and their first year students. It's a great story on page 4
of
the Chronicle. Please get it and read.
Sharp.
Thank you, Caleb. That was a newspaper review segment. Coming up next is the City Business News.
I don't wanna stress, I want the soft life. I wanna have more time, make catch up life. I send money, I pay my bills, I buy airtime. Oh, I take the soft life. Abracadabra seems like magic, API magic. I don't need to carry money on me with Fidelity cards, I just need to swipe. Oh, I take the soft life. Oh, soft life, GHQR. I take my phone when I scan it, payments complete. Fidelity app is so sleep. Oh, I take the soft life. Say hello to Kuku at the chatbot. Yeah, she's gonna simplify your digital banking. Fidelity digital banking, the new dimension. Dig the soft life. Modege, Mr. Modege. Dig, 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 dig. Dig, 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 dig.
Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Neti Ajahu. In all her glory. Today you are wearing red.
Yes, Bernard.
Today you and Mr. Ajahu are on the same page.
Fire.
Welcome to the City Business News, Natalie.
Good morning, Bernard, and you're welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News. It's brought to you by MTN, Valex, Lease, EcoBank, and Gold Good Energy. Coming up, gold transforms Ghana's export profile, rising from 38.5% to 63.1% in 21 years. We have more for you from the latest merchandise trade statistics. And later, BOG liquidity mop-up reaches 12.9 billion Ghana cedis in latest 14-day bill auction. And SNIT targets wider pension coverage for informal sector workers. The details of our stories now. Over the past 21 years, gold has moved from accounting for just over a third of Ghana's exports to becoming the country's dominant export earner, generating more than cocoa and crude oil combined. According to the latest merchandise trade statistics, gold accounted for 63.1% of Ghana's total exports in 2025, up from 38.5% in 2004. Here's more.
Gold exports have surged, particularly since 2019. In cedi terms, their value stayed below 20 billion cedis through 2018 before climbing to about 250 billion cedis in 2025. But the volume of gold exported tells a different story. Volumes remained between 5 and 8 million ounces from 2004 to 2018, dipped to about 3 million ounces in 2021, and recovered roughly to 7 million ounces in 2025. So, while gold has become a major driver of Ghana's export earnings, what risk does this growing dependence pose to the economy?
Gold is our anchor, and at the same time, gold is our exposure. That is Ghana's export position as we speak today. given that gold is contributing 63% to that export. The high gold price has been good to us, but we did not set that price and we cannot control it. When one product carries an economy, a swing in its world price is felt by everyone, from the National Treasury to the trader in the Makola market. To be precise, Ghana's export earnings have become more concentrated over the 2 decades, not less.
Despite this, non-traditional exports have also gained ground. Cocoa products, for instance, increased their share of Ghana's export from 9.8% in 2004 to 27% in 2025. Although Ghana's total merchandise trade reached $52.5 billion in 2025, the country's trade map has also changed over the 21-year period, with Ghana's export market shifting from Europe towards Asia.
In 2004, Europe bought 51% of our exports. Asia bought 7.9% of our exports. By 2025, Asia buys 50.1% and Europe buys 26.8%. In one generation, our main customer changed continents.
But what do these changing trade figures mean for the average Ghanaian?
Because a surplus actually brings foreign currency into the country. And as we know, foreign currency actually strengthens our reserves. Strong reserves, we know, steadies the cedi. And a steady cedi keeps the price of fuel, rice, and medicine from jumping from 1 month to the next.
That was government statistician Dr. Alhassan Idrisu ending that report filed by my colleague Emmanuel Opong. Now, government is planning to make the Ghana Agricultural Fund for Education and Transformation a permanent statutory institution to provide sustained funding for agricultural education and skills development. Minister for Food and Agriculture Eric Opoku says the move will ensure the fund goes beyond a short-term intervention and become a long-term source of support for Ghana's agricultural sector. Speaking at the launch of GAFET, Mr. Opoku said the institutional process will require stakeholder consultations, a policy and legal framework, cabinet consideration, and parliamentary approval.
We will work closely with the funding stakeholders to put in place the appropriate governance, investment, custody, audit, monitoring, and reporting arrangements required for effective operation. Our longer-term ambition is to establish the Agricultural Education Transformation Fund as a permanent national statutory institution under the policy oversight of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. That process will require broader stakeholder consultation and preparation of the necessary policy and legal framework, cabinet consideration, and ultimately parliamentary approval. We shall pursue that pathway carefully and transparently while preserving contributor confidence, professional fund management, institutional continuity, and strong public accountability.
That was the Minister for Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku. Now, the Bank of Ghana has sold 12.9 billion Ghana cedis and 14-day bills at its latest securities auction, with the average interest rate remaining close to 10.5% as the central bank continues to use short-term instruments to manage liquidity in the financial system. Latest results from the central bank show that it sold 12.9 million worth of 2-week securities. The operation forms part of the BOG's short-term liquidity management measures and is separate from government borrowing to finance the national budget. The weighted average discount was 10.45%, while the corresponding weighted average interest stood at 10.49% for the period. The relatively narrow range of successful bids indicates that pricing was concentrated around the level at which the central bank was willing to absorb liquidity. The nearly 13 billion Ghana cedi operation is significant because the BOG bills serve a different purpose from conventional T-bills issued by the government. While treasury securities are primarily used to finance government expenditure, central bank bills are monetary policy instruments used to influence liquidity conditions in the banking system. When excess liquidity builds up, the BOG can issue its own securities, effectively taking cash out of circulation in exchange for the bills. The funds remain temporarily withdrawn from the financial system until the securities mature, helping the central bank manage money market conditions and keep short-term interest rates aligned with its monetary policy objectives. And the Social Security and National Insurance Trust is stepping up engagement with labor unions to expand pension coverage, particularly among workers in the informal sector. Its Director General Kwesi Afrebani says SNIT is focused on aligning stakeholders around improving investment returns and building a financially sustainable scheme for contributors. He spoke to the media after meeting with labor unions and the SNIT Board of Trustees.
We see them as partners. So we are on a partnership journey. And it's important that to have a partnership that works, we need to be aligned on the aspiration. And we will continue the deliberations even from our conversations today to ensure that the goal that we have, a goal that seeks to expand the scheme, expand coverage to the informal sector, improve on our investment returns, and to build a scheme that is sustainable into the future. It is because we are conscious of the areas in which we play. The financial investments have given us some of the best returns on investment, and that has informed our decision to put a lot more money in that space. Now, when it comes to the real estate side, it not only gives us investment returns, but it also serves as a social good.
Kwesi Afrebani is the Director General of SNIT. Now let's go on to the interbank market, and the dollar is selling for 11 cedis 73 pesos, the pound for 15 cedis 84 pesos, and the euro for 13 cedis 54 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News. It was brought to you by MTN, Valex Lease, EcoBank, Girl Good Energy. I am Netili Neti Ajau. Have a good business day.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Hey, Regina, the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Good energy powers the things that people do to empower themselves. It fuels families, communities, businesses. Good energy fuels nations. It gets things going and keeps them moving. Good energy isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Goyle, good energy.
Introducing Ghana's leading pay-as-you-copy photocopier leasing company. Lease an A4, A3, heavy-duty or production machine and pay for only the copies made, or design your own payment plan. Simple and tietia. That's not all. Incredibly, toners, repairs, maintenance, follow-me printing, centralized tracking all come free of charge. Remember, financial prudence is the name of the game. Folks, forget about the expensive gimmicks and be smart. Join the hundreds of satisfied clients across all the 16 regions and every sector of the economy and save over 60% of your printing costs. Visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. Be prudent and lease a copier. Terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease is a wholly owned Ghanaian company. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Your home could be anything you want it to be. It could be a stadium.
He's just 12 yards out. He shoots.
Oh!
Yes, what a strike! It's a goal.
Or a gaming arena.
Yes, let's go.
Sometimes a classroom.
Madam, please, I don't understand.
All right, let's go over it again. Which part don't you understand?
The whole shop.
Or it could be an office.
How many orders are ready? Okay, send them to East Legon first.
Or even a research center.
Daddy, what is the Big Bang Theory?
Wait, let me ask ChatGPT. You can make your home anything you want it to be, because no matter the experience you want at home, MTN Fiber will power it. Get unlimited internet up to 500 megabytes per second from as low as 299 Ghana cedis. Connect your home or business today. Visit the My MTN app or dial *5057# to check fiber availability and request now.
MTN.
The jamming never stops. The game never stops. The productivity never stops. The music never stops. At G&J, we keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. Your go-to for total energy solutions, making sure you work, thrive, and live life uninterrupted. Visit our website, gjtechghana.com, or call us on 0302-689-178 or 179 or 0202-222-220. G&J, your energy partner.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Caleb Kuda here. Nate just gone by, serving you the breakfast edition of the City Business News, brought to you by EcoBank, MTN, and Goel. Now, who's ready to see our first set of winners drive away with amazing prizes? These lucky winners participated in the MTN 30 promo and are now reaping the rewards. And guess what? We're giving away 3 brand new LA Cruises Plus exciting cash prizes. Hey! Come join us live at Ken City Medina Zongo Junction this Saturday, 13th of August 2026 at 10 a.m. You can also catch the action live on Peace FM and Joy FM from 10 a.m. Come celebrate with us as we hand over the keys, the cash, and the smiles, and let's stay connected everywhere you go. You know how money really moves in Ghana? At EcoBank, we know it doesn't just move on payday, but every single day. Connecting you to the people who matter most, EcoBank provides one seamless banking experience across 34 African countries. Our digital platforms instantly connect people, businesses, and opportunities across the entire continent. So, pay bills, transfer funds, and manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Just download the EcoBank mobile app, dial star 770#, or use EcoBank online and our nationwide ATMs. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. Edwin Kwakovi is here with kickoff. It's coming up shortly. Valex Lease Equip Ghana Limited is helping companies, individuals, and institutions to cut down the cost of printing. You don't need to buy multi-functional photocopiers. Just lease them and pay as you print. Lease an A4, A3 heavy-duty MFP. It comes with a sorter, stapler, finisher, and a production machine also comes with a sorter, stapler, and finisher. As if that's not all, you will enjoy free toners, cartridges, free repairs, free maintenance, follow me printing, centralized monitoring of all staff, and nationwide coverage. Call us 0244-644-048. ValexLease.com is our website. Remember, we are wholly owned Ghanaian company. We are your affordable document management solution, Valex Lease. Now, never let your power go off for a moment. G&J understands that some moments just should never be interrupted. That's why we keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, UPS solutions, so the power never stops. G&J is your go-to for total energy solutions. Our website is gjtechghana.com. G&J is your energy partner. Well, we welcome Edwin with Kickoff. For Kickoff is brought to you by Lesher Ho. We know you're ready to power up your finances and unlock your path to financial freedom. That is why we've tailor-made the Lesher Ho fixed deposit solution for you. With a fixed deposit solution, the shareholders fixed deposit solution, you are making your money work for you. So join the investment revolution with our fixed deposit solution. Take charge of your financial future. Call us today. In fact, now 0302 208 333. Let's sharehold, let's improve life. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Edwin Kwakofi is in the studio, ready to serve you kickoff. Charlie, I was listening to some commentary in the local language. I don't know how they do it, but Charlie, it was so fun.
Charlie, they managed to keep you hooked without anything happening. Nothing is happening.
No, man. Let's kick off.
It's the Wednesday edition of Kickoff on the City Breakfast Show with me, Edwin Kwakofi. Coming up, the WAFCON semi-finals. Malawi face Algeria and Morocco take on Cameroon. Mediama targets a stronger CAF Champions League run as their title defense looms. And Chelsea consider a loan move for Mikhailo Mudryk. But Kickoff is brought to you by Politan Ghana and Let's improve life. Good morning and welcome to Kickoff. Let's start off with the Women's African Cup of Nations, where the semi-finals take place today in Morocco. First up, Algeria face Malawi at the Rabat Olympic Stadium with kickoff at 5 p.m. It is uncharted territory for both sides. Malawi are making their first appearance at the WAFCON, while Algeria have reached the semi-finals for the first time in their history. For Malawi star player Temwa Chawinga, the team's remarkable run is an opportunity to improve their doubters or prove their doubters wrong after being written off throughout the tournament.
First of all, I should thank God and I should thank faith in him because she's the one who helped the team to qualify to come here to the WAFCON, and we're working together to young girls. We need to achieve a lot because people look down on us since long time ago. So it's our time to show up in Malawi. We also have good national team. So I'm really happy for the girls.
Played by your sister.
Yeah, of course I can play with my sister. And we got 5 for the World Cup. I didn't want to stop playing football without going to the World Cup. So it's our first time to be here, and also it's our first time to go to the World Cup. So we're looking forward for that also.
That was star player for Malawi, Temwa Chawinga. Later tonight, host Morocco take on Cameroon at the Moulay El Hassan Stadium, with that game kicking off at 8 p.m. Morocco will be hoping to continue their impressive run on home soil and move one step closer to lifting the trophy. But Cameroon will provide a serious test after knocking out 10-time champions Nigeria in the quarterfinals. The winner of both matches will meet in Sunday's final. Into the league of our roots, the Ghana Premier League, and reigning champions Mediama are already looking ahead to the new season as they prepare to defend their title and compete on the international stage. The Takwa-based club won last season's Ghana Premier League with 62 points and will be hoping for another strong domestic campaign, while also targeting a deeper run in the CAF Champions League. My colleague Pius Asak has more in this report.
After winning the Ghana Premier League last season, Mediama Sporting Club now have their sights set on a bigger challenge, making their mark in the CAF Champions League. The Takwa-based club is currently in Abidjan, where they are undergoing a 3-week residential training camp as they prepare for the new season. Mediama have already played 2 friendly matches, recording victories over Ivorian sides Yamoussoukro FC and Société Omnisport de la Mine. The Ghanaian champions will begin their CAF Champions League preliminary round campaign at the TNA Stadium in September before traveling to Kinshasa for the return leg.
Last season, we were in Ivory Coast, Abidjan here, specifically for our preseason. We came back to Ghana and we had a good luck charm, obviously, helping us to win the league. And so we felt we were very comfortable. It helped us in planning and preparing the team and the players mentally, physically, emotionally. And so we believed that this is a very good place for us, and that's the reason we are back again at the same venue for our preseason. And I think that we're really enjoying the warm service that we are receiving here, just as we did last season. We're looking forward to coming home with something spectacular, just as we did last season as well.
Midiama made history during the 2023-2024 CAF Champions League campaign by reaching the group stage of the competition for the first time. Although their journey ended at the group stage, the experience provided a valuable foundation for the club. Communication Director Benjamin Willie Graham says Midiama are aiming to retain the Ghana Premier League title and progress beyond the group stage of the Champions League.
Whatever that we did here last year that helped, we are still getting the same thing, and we believe that's also going to help us in winning the Premier League or retain the Premier League title, or also doing better in the CAF Champions League. I mean, every player's main target is to help the team, Midiama SC, to get to the group stages of the competition. We are not giving individual targets. We are giving everybody targets to work on. It's a team competition.
The voice of Midiama Communications Director Benjamin Willie Graham ending the reports by City Sports' Pius Asak. Let's stay in the Ghana Premier League, and at Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the club's new technical team is expected to bring a fresh approach as the Porcupine Warriors prepare for a new campaign. Board Chairman James Osei-Brown says the decision to bring in a foreign coach was made with one objective: to make the club better and restore Kotoko to where they belong. Head coach Eric Tinkler has been joined by assistant coach Diogo Para, a UEFA A license holder and former Cape Town City coach, as Kotoko looked to improve on a disappointing campaign last season. Speaking as the team returned to Accra as part of their pre-season preparations, James Osei-Brown explained why the club opted for a new technical direction.
We intentionally bring you people far that can help us, to have certain things that we don't have. Discipline, certain tactics and all that can make us better. All these are for you. We are preparing you for a greater future. We all know that the last season, we couldn't get what we wanted. We did the best we could, but the result is not what we wanted. But we are having a new beginning. I want us to forget about the past and let's focus. Let's be determined. Join me with the kind of effort we are building. The board and everyone that is putting in, put the same effort.
The thoughts of Kumasi Asante Kotoko Board Chairman James Osei-Brown. Kotoko will now hope the changes translate into better results when the new Ghana Premier League season gets underway. And of course, the campaign kicks off between the 4th and the 7th of September to Europe. And the 2026 UEFA Super Cup takes place tonight in Salzburg, Austria, with Champions League winners PSG facing Europa League holders Aston Villa. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. at the Red Bull Arena, and PSG, who are the defending champions of the Super Cup after winning the trophy last year, will be taking on Villa, who will be chasing only their second Super Cup title. Their only previous success came in 1982. To the Premier League, and Manchester City boss Enzo Maresca says taking charge of the club is a huge privilege as he begins the task of succeeding Pep Guardiola. Guardiola spent a decade at City winning 20 trophies, and Maresca says he hopes to build on that remarkable legacy.
For sure, this is a club that has to win games and title and has to compete. But also we talk about how we can continue to make this club better season after season. So this, from my point of view, has been very important. Again, when you join a club where all the organization speak the same language, is very important.
Do you think Manchester City is the top job for a manager these days?
Absolutely, yes. It's a fantastic job. It's nice, it's excited, and for me, it's a privilege.
That was Manchester City boss Enzo Maresca. Meanwhile, Newcastle head coach Matthias Jesel says succeeding Eddie Howe will be a major challenge, but insists he is focused on taking the club forward. Let's listen to the new Newcastle boss.
It's a challenge, a big challenge, always when there's a transition period, but it's not time to complain. It doesn't make sense to see the negative things. We want to see the chance in that situation, and that's our approach. From day one now, we're here to do our best job. We want to support the players, the current squad. There will be adjustments definitely to see in the upcoming days, weeks, but for now, it's only focus on the daily work, on the work we can influence, and that's all what matters now.
That was a new Newcastle United boss. And finally, to the transfer market, Chelsea are prepared to allow Ukraine winger Mikhailo Mudryk to leave on loan, with Coventry City among 3 Premier League clubs interested in the 25-year-old. Barcelona are also hoping to sign Manchester City midfielder Rodri, with the Spanish champions reportedly preparing a second bid around £51 million. Inter Milan are in talks with Tottenham over a move for England right back Jed Spence, who is reportedly keen on a switch to Italy. Manchester United meanwhile are prioritizing Newcastle left back Lewis Hall, while also considering a move for Club Brugge defender Joachim Seis. And United have also explored a loan move for Real Madrid forward Endrick, but Jose Mourinho is keen to keep the Brazilian at the Spanish club beyond the summer. And that's the latest in the world of sports. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. Kickoff was powered by Politan Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Edwin Kwakofi. The City Breakfast Show with Bernard Avle continues.
Hey, 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 hey. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, mama. If you need unique services, come to Let's Go. Innovative financial solutions, to Let's Go. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go. We improve your life. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, come to Let's Go. No matter your situation, come to Let's Go. Let's go. We improve your life. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Let's go. We improve your life.
Parents, you've worked hard to give your child the very best future. With a 90% graduate employment rate in the first 6 months of graduation, that future could be right here at Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British branch campus in sub-Saharan Africa. The same globally recognized UK degree, accredited to the highest international standards, all within a modern learning environment. Applications are now open. Visit lancaster.edu.gh to apply today. Lancaster University, Ghana, a global degree at your doorstep.
Cover everything will cover. You and all you love. You and all you love. Cover. Everything will cover. You and all you love. Cover. You and everything you love. Holla cover you. Holla insurance covers your home, car, business and assets. You and everything you love. I love covers you and everyone you love. I love covers you.
Hollad, we cover you.
Looking for engineering excellence you can trust?
Welcome to Left Signature Limited, driving progress through technology and engineering excellence.
From expert electrical engineering design, installation, power systems, renewable energy, automation and control,
to reliable data center and managed services, power infrastructure, network connectivity, server virtualization, cloud integration, and data security.
And cutting-edge software development, custom business applications, web and mobile apps, cloud and DevOps solutions.
Integrity, safety, accountability, teamwork. That's the Left Signature promise.
And now, introducing the Left Power app.
Request for our services anytime, anywhere. Available on the Play Store, App Store, and on the web.
Ready to power your success?
Choose Left Signature Limited. Visit www.leftsignature.com.
Call +233 256 111 811.
Left Signature Limited. Engineering excellence for a connected future.
Back a day, Cowbank just credited my account with 5,000 Ghana cedis.
Wait, how?
You know the Cowbank Abakade promo? I deposited 500 Ghana cedis and they picked me as the winner this month.
Just like that?
Just like that. And the big one for the grand finale, one person stands a chance of winning 100,000 Ghana cedis.
I need to move money into my Cowbank account right now.
Cowbank Abakade promo, fully active. Deposit 500 Ghana cedis or more into your Cal Bank account and stand a chance of winning 5,000 Ghana cedis every month or 100,000 Ghana cedis in the grand draw. The more you deposit, the better your chances of winning. Promo runs from 1st August to 31st October. Cal Bank. Forward together. Terms and conditions apply. This campaign is regulated by the NLA on the Carriers platform.
Cal Bank. Forward together.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interest will be. You can provide your growing babies with yummy goodness. Yumvita is a delicious cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, older ones love it too. Yumvita is filled with yummy goodness for growing babies and is available in other yummy variants. Yumvita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
Looking for everything made in Ghana, all in one place? Then get ready. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is here. A bold celebration of Ghanaian creativity, innovation, and excellence. From rich traditional crafts to modern cutting-edge solutions, experience the very best of Ghanaian products and services. Explore excellence across key sectors, including automobile, agriculture, education, health, hospitality, fashion, technology, food and beverages, creative arts, beauty, retail, and more. This is the biggest Made in Ghana fair, bringing together SMEs, startups, manufacturers, local creatives, indigenous corporate bodies, entrepreneurs, and innovative businesses all under one roof. Discover brands redefining quality. Connect with industry leaders and innovators. Experience the energy of Ghanaian enterprise and creativity. The date is 29th and 30th of August 2026. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Venue, the A4 Sutherland's Children's Park. Call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973 to register. Come explore, come connect, come be inspired. Discover the brands redefining Made in Ghana and experience the future of Ghanaian excellence. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from Citi FM. And it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank and MTN.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. January is only hard when you don't prepare for it. Now, before December ends, separate money specifically for January expenses. Think about transport, school fees, rent, and basic living costs. Put that money somewhere safe and avoid touching it. Then take 10 minutes to write a simple plan for the first 3 months of the new year. List your income, your essential expenses, and one clear savings goal. Keep it realistic. At Petra, we care about you making wise financial decisions that protect your future. Preparation removes pressure and clarity builds confidence. Plan ahead. Spend wisely. Let's do life together. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
arms won't hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do it that way? If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do it that way? Reaching out, touch a stranger. Electric eyes are everywhere. See that girl, she knows I'm watching. She likes the way I stare. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why?
7:39 on the City Breakfast Show. The Michael Jackson song I was looking for is not the one you are playing. No. You know my Michael Jackson now. Smooth Criminal now.
Allah.
The video is just amazing. You know, I was asking myself how Michael Jackson had the imagination to create such a story. This was in the 80s. It's like a whole movie. The TV and the I don't know how to call it, the video of Smooth Criminal. It's like a whole, film.
Yes. They do a whole movie on it.
It was a whole film.
Charlie, see the zombies.
This is what I want. Not the thing I play. Good morning, boss. Kindly wish my sister Regina Krang a happy birthday on your show from her senior brother Ian Okwe, Big Joe Organic Wache. Happy birthday to CEO of Primera Beauty, Selma Abena. God bless your new age. And to Mano Kwesi Amoisi of Emmy Get Ghana Limited. Caleb, you're always sending birthdays with strange company names. What is Emmy Get Ghana Limited?
It's a controversial man, so the company name too is controversial. Emmanuel Kwesi Amoisi, now you're a big man.
All right. Let me also wish Engineer Dr. Kenneth Ashigbe happy birthday. May God continue to grant him. No, don't say that. It may be misunderstood.
Okay.
He's the anti. I'm saying.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
It can be misinterpreted.
Very well.
So, Engineer Dr. Kenneth Ashigbe, happy birthday to you. May God continue to grant you good health, wisdom, and long life as you lead the Ghana Chamber of Mines in the mining industry in these turbulent times. This is coming in from Alberta Mekuji and staff of the Ghana Chamber of Mines. And this is also coming from us. He is a real solid guy.
Charlie, we are joining ourselves.
Convener of the Media Coalition Against Galamsey. He's showing leadership.
Charlie, brutal.
Yeah,
sure.
He's a big man.
He'll be major guy.
Kenneth Ashigbe is a big man. So, happy birthday to you, Ken. Because of you today, I will discuss Galamsey. Today actually, my topic this morning was one of the things I wanted to talk about was for people to tell me the water situation again. Sometimes we deal with things from the supply side and sometimes from the demand side. And I think the best, and I'm not saying all the water shortage in Accra is because of Galamsey, but I think the best way to get the nation to act on something is for you to make bare its effect on citizens. All right. And I feel like there's a lot of people who are suffering in silence, particularly in Accra, on the water situation. So I want you to send me a voice note on water.
Okay.
Where do you get water? Me, I'm lucky. The house I live in, the person who built the house dug a borehole very deep into the ground. And he set up a water filtration system.
Congratulations.
So you get water and we pay, but it's water that he's like he's created his own Ghana water company.
That's the point.
And so my guy I used to buy water from, this time I don't even have his phone number. But there are a lot of people in Accra who buy water for 80 cedis, 100 cedis, 150. So what I want you to do is tell me how you get water and how often you get it. Because I want to trace your water to sources. Because what is alarming me today is that Timothy Nyangbe's story in the graphics is now saying that even the Volta, Amu, you know Amu?
Yeah. Amuga.
The Volta has not been spared the effect of Galamsey.
Because
the story he wrote, he interviewed CSIR, some 2 people from CSIR. And I think I'll interview them as well. So first I spoke to Dr. Franklin Obrinyako. And Obrinyako is saying that there are so many contaminants making our water polluted. These are things we know. But then they also spoke to another guy called Dr. Prosper Bazana, who studied the impact of illegal mining on the Volta River. That's where my heart is now. The Volta River is our largest source of drinking water because the Kpong water headworks, our Volta River sort of flows from Akosombo. So basically, Akosombo was dammed by Nkrumah and then they dammed Kpong. So the Kpong headworks is where a lot of people in Accra drink their water from. Now, Dr. Prosper Bazana studied the impact of illegal mining on the Volta River and said there was ample evidence that polluted rivers occasioned by illegal mining activities had serious socio-economic impact on communities. He explained that the community members depended on the polluted water for farming, which had long-lasting effects on their lives and livelihood. In terms of health, one of the key issues we saw is that miners complain of skin rashes, diarrhea, cough, and other health complications. Again, Dr. Bazana said communities in the northern sector, which were exposed to the effects of mining, complained that if they left cooked food for a while, it went bad. In terms of the social issues, he said many children abandoned school for farming, while uncovered pits endangered people and animals. And then, touching on the way forward, Dr. Bazana underscored the need for the government to strengthen transboundary water management to help tackle illegal mining and secure water bodies, especially those in the northern areas of the country. Presenting the result of a study, DAP Socio-Economic Impact Assessment of Illegal Mining on the Volta River System in Ghana, a research scientist, Zita Abuntori, said although the Volta River was relatively safe, the activities of illegal miners could compromise its quality in the near future if proactive steps are not taken to protect it. Okay, so it hasn't yet started polluting it. This is why I see the proposal made for the government to strengthen transboundary water management of water as a crucial one. If we do not stop Galamsey and the tributaries of the Volta River, we will eventually lose it the way we have lost all our rivers across the country. Now, if you study history, most powerful civilizations have been built around the presence of water bodies. Yeah. So whether it was ancient Egypt with the Nile providing water for irrigation. So the Nile Basin was where a lot of the communities in those days lived. All right. And then if you go to ancient Mesopotamia, when the Babylonians also rose, Mesopotamia is the name given to the space between the Tigris and the Euphrates. So it means that when those rivers extended their banks, they made the land fertile, so it could sustain life. If you go to China, the Yangtze, if you go to the US, the Mississippi, every major civilization, apart from when we got into the Industrial Revolution, has been built on the presence of water, rivers. Okay. God was so good to us. He gave us the river Volta. And then by the wisdom he gave to Kwame Nkrumah, he decided to even dam it to produce power. Now he has the Volta Lake. So the river Volta has the red Volta, the white Volta, and the black Volta. These don't originate all from Ghana. Now, Galamsey is moving northwards. So most of the river bodies, the Ankobra polluted, the Pra polluted, even the Densu polluted, the Afram polluted. A lot of the smaller river bodies below, from Ashanti and below, polluted. Now there's mining in parts of the north, which is now going to affect the red Volta, the white Volta, and the black Volta. So what's happening is that once the tributary gets polluted, there's a limit to which the lake can sift and cause the pollutants to go to the bottom of the water body. Okay. So what these researchers at CSR are saying is that if the current rate, and by the way, the graphic is saying that 60% of our rivers are polluted. So more rivers are polluted than not polluted. So this is an ecological disaster happening. Okay. Now, it's not like in Ghana, if there's a road accident or a fire or some big thing, we all rally around it and we shout. But because it's insidious and it's gradual, you get it. So if like the way news works is that if like there's a big fire, people are like, hey, there's a fire.
Yeah,
or there's a plane crash. Hey, there's a so everybody will shout. But the pollution happens every day and it's continuous. It's quiet. It doesn't shout. But that doesn't mean that it cannot kill you. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
So even in your life, the diseases that are more dangerous are not the ones that, in fact, the things that happen to you suddenly are probably a product of things that happen to you quietly over a long time that you didn't know. So nothing just happens. You can't wake up and say, oh, no, something was happening quietly and you didn't know. Do you understand? So usually in football, they say that when there's an injury, like a footballer kicks another footballer, an impact injury is not as dangerous as an injury where a player goes down on his own. It means that what was happening in him was internal, he didn't check it. So he's running and he holds his hamstring, he falls. Which means that his muscle was under stress for like 3 weeks, he didn't know. Yeah. But if somebody kicks him in the shin, you can just spray it with... So what I'm trying to say is that the things that are dangerous to our survival are not sudden occurrences. Even if they are sudden occurrences, they've had like many years of accumulated neglect. Okay, so now researchers at CSI are telling you that 60% of your rivers are polluted. Now that is absolutely scary, but it hasn't registered because we are primed to only think about things that are of we think that something has to be sudden or
catastrophic.
That's cataclysmic, for a want of a better word, for it to demand our attention. But the things that can destroy us is happening every day. So this Galamsey thing, we started talking about it from 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026. So that's 10 years. Now 60% of our water bodies are polluted. Communities are now protesting. There were 2 stories I shared yesterday. I don't know if you've seen them. A community in Atronie, they say that the only source of survival they have for water, that water source is being polluted by Galamsey. Therefore, they want let me read the story. Atronie, is it in Trontronsu? Atronie resident block Sunyani in Trontronsu River over River Amoma destruction. Right. Let me just read highlights. Residents and traditional authorities in Atronie in Sunyani have taken to the streets to protest the destruction of the River Amoma, a key source of water for the community. The protest, which began at dawn on Monday, August 10, was preceded by traditional rites at the bridge over the River Amoma, a major entry point into Atronie. The demonstration resulted in temporary blockade of the route, disrupting movement between Sunyani and Antrontronsu, and leaving motorists traveling in both directions stranded for some hours. Hundreds of residents took part in the demonstration, many dressed in red and black to express growing concern over the deteriorating state of the river. Residents say illegal mining activities in Jinijini and other parts of the Atronia's 2 lands have severely affected the quality and availability of water in the area. The Assembly member for the Atronie electoral area, Richard Edu, is urging the government and the National Anti-Illegal Mining Secretariat to urgently intervene. According to him, the impact of the illegal mining activities extends beyond pollution of the river, with farmers struggling to access adequate water for their crops. Some of the farmers are suffering because they cannot get enough water to irrigate their crops. The Galamsey ongoing in Jinijini in the Atronia's 2 lands is affecting our communities. Then they appeal to the president. All right, then there's another one. What I'm saying is that I need people to talk, because we want to mount pressure on the system for the government to take this Galamsey thing more seriously than it's taking it. And the only way the system will respond is when the citizens decide to rise up. So what Atronie is doing, communities directly affected by Galamsey need to do the same. Then communities indirectly affected also need to do the same. Which is why I'm asking people, for now, you tell me how you are getting water.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I read a story which I don't know you paid attention to. The story said the emergency services at Kolebu, they said the number of people who were coming there had doubled. And they were alarmed at the type of things they were presenting. And they thought that it required further investigation medically because the trend was worrying. So they were looking at the trend of people having kidney disease and other types of lifestyle diseases that they didn't used to have.
Yeah.
And always being brought to the hospital at the time where they were almost unconscious or they couldn't respond. They didn't say anything about Galamsey, but you can see where the thing is going.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 things. If you live in a community affected by illegal mining, you need to start mobilizing because you have to demonstrate. If you live in a community where you don't have water, you also have to start mobilizing. And you need to send me a voice. I want to hear you. How do you buy water? How do you get water? Is the water of good quality? Because if the Volta if Galamsey hits the river, the Volta leak, because now it is in, they are the white, the red, the black. If the Volta leak gets Galamsey, we should kiss the country goodbye. Because that will be the end. I mean, the number of communities that depend on the Volta River for fish, for work, for drinking. I mean, it's basically, look, countries do chemical warfare, right? In wars, countries go and pollute the rivers of other countries to kill their citizens.
Yeah.
We are not at war, and our citizens, in the name of money, are polluting our rivers, and we don't see it as a war and the nation. Do you get it?
Yeah.
People are polluting other countries' rivers because they want to kill their citizens, and we are overseeing our citizens polluting our water body in the name of Galamsey or gold, and we are not doing anything about it. I think it's very, very unfortunate. So this morning, I want listeners to tell me where they get their water from to drink, and whether the water is regular or not, whether it is clean or not. Then, if you live in a community where Galamsey is going on, is it because the people doing Galamsey are more than those of you who don't like it? Because I think my listeners are people who don't like Galamsey. The nature of this show, I doubt it if a regular listener would be an active. No, don't look at me like that. I really doubt it if somebody who is actively engaging Galamsey will be a regular listener of this program. I really, really doubt it. I think my listeners are people who don't like Galamsey.
It's true.
I want to believe so. Sky doesn't agree with me, but I agree. I agree with myself.
Surprise.
So, listeners of Citi Breakfast Show, I want you to send me a voice note.
Okay.
If you live in a Galamsey community, what are you doing about it? What can we do?
Yeah.
Can we do a protest? And if you want to do a protest, I'll give you airtime to talk about, to publicize it. Because I think we need to protest Galamsey.
It's important.
It's our constitutional right, and we need to let the government know that this inaction or the actions they are taking are not enough. The NIMOS thing is not doing near enough to deal with the scale. Caleb, the graphic front page, I don't know if you have any more additions to that.
Yes, it's important that people voice out, because remember in the last conversation or meeting the president had with the CSOs, I think that the recent momentum that accompanied the Galamsey doused out a bit after the president met the CSOs. He sort of gave them a lot of assurance, and people went to bed thinking that, okay, so the government has got its feet on the gas and that they are doing what they can. It was a very transparent conversation if you listened, but the president also said something that he'll be counting on the citizens, the CSOs and the media to alert the government when things are getting out of hand. And I think for a while, the silence has given the government the impression that they are doing something right. And every now and again, you get episodic reportage from NIMOS doing X, Y, and Z. But I think for every Ghanaian citizen out there, the real test of the success of the Galamsey fight is the quality of water that's flowing through their taps, and is the state of the water bodies really, and even the forests we claim we are recovering. So every now and again you see that, oh, okay, there's publication, NIMOS has arrested XYZ illegal miners, so and so. And recently, the other thing they throw into the conversations that, oh, we've arrested Chairman Wontumi, blah, blah, blah. And it's as if we have won the fight. But clearly, the fight is far from over. If you're on social media, people who have driven past the Pra River in recent times will show you videos of the state of that river. We were there 4 years ago in Achirabwanda community. We went to Shama. We saw how the river how the confluence of the Pra River and the sea. You fly the drone over that particular intersection and you see that the sea, a good portion of the sea has been discolored as a result of the deep pollution of the Pra River, because Pra River is contaminated. It pollutes the sea as a result. So what will be the real test of victory now? Is it that the color of the water has improved? The chemical content has improved? We've seen the EPA try to say that we need to buy some nanochemicals to spray over the water, and the concern is that we need the color to change. You can change the color of the water, and the chemical content from the cyanide, the mercury is still in there. And guess what? Exactly.
Stop the rot before you salvage what you've sold.
Precisely. Kids are still swimming in these water bodies. And many aged persons who have been abandoned in the rivers because all their young people have fled to the cities or have moved to see greener pastures are only depending on these water bodies they've lived on for the entire life. People are now shifting to sachet water. People have had to carry sachet water from their homes to their farms because you cannot now go to the farm and fetch the water from the stream you used to drink from or used to.
And the water treatment plants, for example, remember in the central region, the Winneba one, a lot of them had sort of gotten spoiled because the turbidity of the water was making it difficult for the machines to work. Right. So today I want to do a scientific angle to the discussion. I'm going to speak to some scientists to lay the issues out very clearly. Okay. And then I will hope the citizens can also help us with their own perspectives on the matter, because I think we need to increase the pressure on the system on this Galamsey thing. And because the evidence on the ground is different from what the efforts being done supposedly are achieving. Okay. So my WhatsApp number is 053-9986-996. I want to hear from you this morning on water and Galamsey. I'm going to speak to some scientists later on, but let me bring in Edwin.
Before you do that, I beg you. Today is the birthday of one of our big men here at Citi FM. And I want to... Yes. Jojo. Bediako.
The adjutant.
Yeah, the adjutant. The Osofo. The prayer warrior. The Charlie. He be Ogbonana.
From beauty to ashes to beauty.
To everything. Today he is celebrating his birthday. And we are with him. We are enjoying with him. We are celebrating with him. And that the Lord God continue to bless him. In a billion, a trillion ways. You and your family.
Jojo, so
amen to that.
It's time for social media trends, and Edwin is here. Caleb, check it up.
Okay, so welcome, Edwin. Take a social media trends brought to us by Telecel and
Stanbic Bank. Okay, so we start off with the Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni, who is trending on social media after his comments recently. He says that the fact that there's a vacation or break for judges doesn't mean cases shouldn't be heard, which of course has rubbed a number of lawyers the wrong way, and which was one of the basis for the MPP's recent Democracy Under Attack demonstration. They feel that the judiciary, as it stands now, is being selective in what cases it chooses to here, especially during this current period. So Samuel Attah-Mensah, who is the lawyer for the former Director General of the National Signals Bureau, Kwabena Edubuahen, he boycotted, as it were, court proceedings because he's made the claim that they are being selective and it's unfair to his clients. Because why is it that all other cases are not being heard, however this particular one has been given special jurisdiction? So the Chief Justice's comments are trending very much on social media. Critics are against it. Others are saying it's such an important case that it needs to be heard as soon as possible, and the conversation is going online.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Okay, so we are moving on from that to the Kaswa-Winneba Road, which is trending.
That's come up again.
Yeah, which is trending very heavily, this time for good reason.
Okay.
Because a number of street lights have been put across the highways, and people are happy that they finally seen some street lights. They've been adorned
People shouldn't go and steal them.
Yes, so they come with some Ghana flags, some lit Ghana flags.
It is Ghana. Somebody go and steal the thing now.
And that's the worry that's online. That's how long is it going to last?
Ghana,
because we've seen a number of streets lit up for what turns out to be days or even weeks, just weeks before they are taken down by unscrupulous people who just go and steal cables and mess things up for the rest of us who really want the lights on the road. So people are saying that better care should be taken of the lights first of all, and also it should be monitored to ensure that nobody comes around to steal it and ruin things for everyone.
We need streetlight police now.
We do. And now let's move on to a story that I wanted to bring for tech news, but I think it's very important to bring in the main trending topic because we heard from the Chief Executive Officer of the DVLA, Julius Nik Amarteifio, who says that 75% of drivers who use the ride-hailing services do not own licenses. Yeah, or have fake driving licenses. Yes. Which is a huge problem, considering how important they've become in the modern Ghanaian society for transportation around various cities. So to hear this from the DVLA chief executive was ride-hailing services are fake.
So I mean that kind of disclosure should come with some action. Some action.
Don't just announce it.
Yeah. We should not just announce it, because what it means then is that people who are taking these vehicles are at risk of being harmed in the course of their journeys. And it's important that the state, having become aware of this fact, and if the fact is to be believed, of course, official acts are supposed to have been regularly performed and to prove otherwise. So we assume that the facts as he stated them are correct. So we expect that something would come out of such a disclosure. You don't just throw it out there, respectfully.
Reports.
Yes, it is like, are they, for instance, saying that immediately we are suspending, the operations until after all these are regularized? Some will say this will be disproportionate. But what would you do to ensure that people who are taking these vehicles are safe? Because 70%, that's huge. Something must happen. There must be a specific demand that all of them should return to the DVLA for their licenses to be inspected and regularized.
Yeah.
It's important.
It shouldn't just be announcement. Sky, thank you. Go on.
Okay, so now let's move on to a story from the BBC about a flight from Canada, from Victoria to Toronto, Canada, which was delayed and had to return to the terminal because a young child refused to put on their seatbelts. When you're about to fly, you have to put on your seatbelts.
Alone?
No, he was traveling with a parent. So
why didn't they drop the parent and the child too?
The reports say that the flight attendants and the parents tried unsuccessfully to get the kid to put on the seatbelts, which caused the delay. But once they returned to the terminal and both were taking off the plane, it was too late to make the trip. So it was delayed until the
next. So they took them off.
They took them off eventually.
I'm just imagining an African parent.
Sometimes maybe there's a certain condition that
you see, Bernard, look, I've met a
maybe he has seatbeltophobia.
No, Bernard, I've met a condition like that in Buckingham before. A young girl embarrassing the mother the way she was being embarrassed, just for no reason at all. And I was, but
your grandmother had
yeah, because no, I know that sometimes the freedoms that we have elsewhere allow for all kinds of.
We don't have the particulars of whether this child has a condition that makes it impossible to wear the seatbelt, or whether it was just being a naughty boy or girl or whatever. So
this matter.
Yesterday,
of all the passengers.
Yeah, but yesterday we were talking about how when we were children, a lot of times they were beating us because they thought our head was not properly screwed on, only to realize that we had different learning approaches.
But that was in the context of learning.
So I'm just using that. So because
it's not meant stubborn children.
Sky is using this in the context of it's like Western countries. They are too doting on children
generally,
and then Kolana say, but I'm saying that maybe Kolana Yari. Maybe.
No, but whatever the case, you should have preempted it by providing whoever the parent, providing the means. If it is an issue of fear, then you provide an alternative travel means. But to inconvenience all of the passengers, I think there's everything wrong with that.
Economy, I mean, what it means for the personal and collective economies of all of those people. Of course, the airline would have to take care of it.
We don't have all the details.
Because what it means is that your flight is delayed, and if you are going to do some transaction, you're affected.
Let's come back to our issue.
So on tech news, I just want to give advice on privacy issues. If you download any app, of course, they are going to ask for certain permissions. Make sure that you actually read whatever they are asking and decide whether or not you want to go away with it, because a lot of apps take your data and share with advertisers. Some apps are actually informing you before you start using them whether they are allowed to track whatever you do on the app, so that they share with any advertisers or any person, any third party that might want to use them. So these days you see ask app not to track or continue. Depending on how you view your privacy on these apps, always choose ask not to.
That just reminds me. Yes, quickly. A couple of days ago, I received a call from some company that was trying to pitch, a product to me, and I made it clear to the gentleman who had called that first of all, I had not consented to you making such a call to me. The law does not allow you to just randomly pick my number and call me and be pitching a product. And that the next time I had that situation, he was going to hear from my lawyer. So companies out there, you need to understand that our data privacy laws don't allow you to just be bombarding people with all kinds of text messages.
Which company? The telcos?
This wasn't the
problem. You go to an event and they want to register you. Yeah. When you register, they ask for your phone number and your email. When you do that, then that person takes that data and begins to use it.
No, so
that's what they do.
Where are they sourcing our numbers from?
You went to an event to MC last week. They will say, MC moderator, put your phone number in this. That thing you put there, obi the akoye business. So your name, your phone number, and your email address is in somebody's possession. He has sold it to another person, and the person is now saying, Kakra, please, I'm selling Toffee. That's what they are doing. So usually, so sometimes I say, why are you taking my data? You want my name? Then security. I'm entering a conference. You want my name and my email address. What are you going to send me a letter? You get it? But they are saying it's a security arrangement, something. Sometimes I say I won't do. But sometimes, the energy, it just changes the energy for the day. So I just do it. Why do you want all these details about me before I enter your hotel to MC a program? This is the problem. And data is gold. Yeah. And in this country, we are so irresponsible with resources. You give somebody your information and they are using it to do unnecessary things. A day will come, we'll boycott those things. We won't give our number. Yes. And if that means we'll enter the music, then keep your program. Because I said not those too much.
No. And that's it for taking social media trends.
If I become a millionaire, I will put a huge billboard right next to my ex's house saying, look at me now, I hate it.
As for me, I'm quitting my job in staff. Mr. hate it.
Telecel is making millionaires this season. Not one, not two, but 3 millionaires. Each month, one lucky Telecel customer wins 1 million Ghana cedis for the next 3 months in the Telecel Mahetse promo. Plus, you still get to win 20,000 Ghana cedis weekly, 100 Ghana cedis daily, bundle 10 Ghana cedis, time or data. Top up your Telecel cash wallet or your fixed broadband to stand a chance of winning. Visit the Telecel Play app or dial *500# to opt in for free to the Telecel Mahetse promo.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Stand big
Doing business, making payments, supporting loved ones in China should bring peace of mind. Not waiting. Waiting for your supplier to confirm payment. Waiting for school fees to arrive. Waiting. Introducing SIPS by Stanbic in partnership with ICBC, a faster, simpler way to send and receive money directly between Ghana and China. Pay in Ghana cedis while your recipient receives Chinese yuan and vice versa. With SIPS by Stanbic, you enjoy faster payment confirmation and greater certainty every step of the way. Visit stanbicbank.com.gh/SIPS for more. Stanbic Bank. We are your bank. Connected to China. Stanbic Bank. Driving Ghana's growth.
Live your dream now at Eden Heights. Move into our beautifully finished and ready to move in 3 and 4 bedroom apartment or penthouses thoughtfully designed for modern living today. Enjoy the serenity of a secure gated community with a fully equipped sports complex, landscape surroundings, ample parking, 24-hour security, reliable backup utilities, and convenient access to shopping, entertainment, and everyday essentials. With up to 3 years interest-free payment plans and mortgage financing options available, owning your dream home has never been easier. And here's the good news: pay 50% or more and move in today. Book a viewing now on 0501 531 444 or 445 and on our website at www.edenheights.com.gh. Eden Heights, the heights of modern living.
My guy, when I hear the engine make that vroom, it drive me crazy. Oh no, bro. This is my love language with physical touch. I mean, touching the smooth car leather seat, correct sound system, AC freezing me like sachet water. Now me just have it with my passenger princess. Charlie, that be why we can't miss the Absa Auto Fair. You fit test drive and Absa Bank get affordable finance options to help you own your dream car. Yeah.
Join us for the Absa Auto Fair on Saturday 22nd and Sunday 23rd August at Good Park, Accra Mall. Come for affordable finance options from Absa Bank, special discounts and offers from your favorite automobile brands, plus insurance and auto accessory exhibitors. Want to showcase your brand? WhatsApp 0541 361 237 to book your exhibition space today. The Absa Auto Fair is powered by Absa Bank in partnership with Citi FM and Holland Insurance. The Absa Auto Fair is calling. Will you answer?
I've got Inshira's milk. Check. I've got her Cerelac. Check. Okay, Inshira. Let's do this. 2 grains, wheat and maize. Smooth and creamy. Prepared by adding the milk I choose. Cerelac wheat and maize. The care you trust with the flexibility you need. Cerelac. Care for them. Count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we lay aside, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. BOA, we go there for you night and day. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher.
Are you building your dream home, managing a construction project, running an electrical shop, or looking for a reliable electrical solutions for your business? Look no further than PPA Electricals. As an ISO 9001 and ISO 45001 certified company, we are committed to providing safe, reliable, and genuine electrical products that deliver efficiency. Our products are sourced directly from manufacturers, ensuring that every product you purchase is original, competitively priced, and dependable. From distribution boards, circuit breakers, contactors, changeovers, automatic voltage regulators, cables, drives, UPS systems, solar inverters, motion sensors, smart home components, and much more. PPA Electricals has the right solution for all your electrical needs. We have certified engineers ready on call. From install to support, we cover it all. Shop more, save more. Deals nationwide. Walk into any PPA brand or call us on 050-349-8181. PPA Electricals leads the way.
Crunch go day, say a party, mini me a chomo, crunchy, chilling with friends, mini me a chomo, tasty, take chuck your hunger, mini me a chomo, crunchy, break time please, mini me a chomo, tasty, mini me a chomo, mini me a chomo, mini me a chomo, come and taste the fun, mini me a chomo, mini me a chomo, mini me a chomo, come and taste the fun. For the laughter, mini mini, mini me a chomo. All the parties, mini mini, mini me a chomo. Let's go dancing, mini mini, mini me a chomo. Taste the fun, mini mini, mini me a chomo.
This advert is FDA approved.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Hungry man say fix the country. Belly fool say fix yourself.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Plenty no get what to eat. Even picking they feel the heat. So we all they pray for change. Country hot, chale, kala kala. Country hot, hot. Everybody feel the heat. Even picking they feel the heat. So we all they pray for change.
All right, so it's 8:21. Today we want to discuss water. Daily Graphic front page. Galamsey destroys 60% of rivers. Scientists raise alarm over implications. Today we are hearing from a scientist and citizens on water issues. But before we do that, planning for the future begins with decisions you make today. Save and invest early with EDC to build wealth and retire comfortably. With EDC, you get professional fund management, flexible investment options, potential for higher returns, and financial security for retirement and future goals. Call us 0302-610-400 or WhatsApp 0509-268-414. Did you sleep well yesterday? Well, maybe you use latex foam, because for almost 60 years, we've been Ghana's trusted mattress brand, providing certified quality and unmatched comfort for homes across the country.
Yeah, man.
Our showrooms are all over the nation. You can also go to our website, latexfoamghana.com. You may call us on 0302-231-155. Latex Foam, your partner for life. Now, if you do business with China, making payment doesn't need to be complicated. Stanbic Bank, in partnership with the Industrial Commercial Bank of China, has introduced SIPS. What is SIPS? It's a faster, secure, and cheaper way to make payments to China. With tips, you can pay in Ghana cedis while the recipient collects Chinese yuan directly. This will save you money and time. Call us on 0302-815-789. Trade with China. Pay faster. Visit your nearest Stanbic Bank branch today. All right, so now Ghana Exim Bank and North Shore Apparel proudly present the official opening of Phase 1 of the North Shore Apparel Hub.
Yeah.
A wholly Ghanaian-owned apparel manufacturing enterprise operating within the 24 Economy Initiative.
Okay.
And it's located at Savelugu.
Nice.
Now, this project will officially be open on Friday, 28th August, creating 3,000 jobs
My God.
upon commissioning, and up to 10,000 jobs at full operation.
Solid.
His Excellency President Mahama will perform the official opening,
Mhm.
assisted by Trade Minister Elizabeth Ofosue Jare
Sharp.
and CEO of Exim Bank Sylvester Attah-Mensah. This event is at North Shore Apparel Hub, Savelugu, near Tamale, in the northern region of Ghana. Every dream has a home, rather. Welcome to Heritage Christian University, located at Amasaman, behind the Olympic Stadium, where we give you values-driven education, preparing for the world of work. Admissions in progress. We have a fantastic campus. I visited the campus, really nice campus indeed. Go to htu.edu.gh or call 053-2373-100. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. Vita Infant cereal with milk is making feeding time easy, enriched with 16 essential vitamins and minerals. You only need to add previously boiled water. It comes in 3 variants: wheat, rice, and maize, at a price of 550 pesos. Vita, good nutrition for a healthy start.
All right, so if you're looking for a world where your power never fails, your data is secure, your business never stops, Left Signature Limited is building that world for you. They have expert in electrical engineering services, cutting-edge renewable energy solutions like solar and microgrids. Your data center and cloud services, our data and cloud services ensure maximum uptime, seamless connectivity, and strong disaster recovery. We also deliver custom applications, ERP systems, and AI-powered solutions. So download the LEP Power app from Play or App Store. Access the web version. Leftsignature.com is where to find us online. 0256 111 811 is our number. We are located at Lashibi North Celebrity Estate. For persons in construction, mining, manufacturing, or oil and gas, you need premium boats, nuts, washers, anchor boats, stud boats, U-boats, and more. And all of these are made right here in Ghana by 7-Eleven Baseline Boats and Nuts. They also provide advanced coating and surface treatment. So call them today, 0557 126 501 for made in Ghana, made faster, made stronger boats and nuts by 7-Eleven Baseline Boats and Nuts. For all looking for a world-class university experience for their children right here in Ghana, Lancaster University Ghana is providing that. They are the only British branch campus in sub-Saharan Africa. We spoke to them yesterday. They told us about the programs they run and their conducive learning conditions. Very, very exciting stuff. You can choose from any of their programs in business, law, computer science, economics, marketing, international relations, and more. Applications are open, so visit lancaster.edu.gh. Call 0209 607 008. Lancaster University Ghana is a global degree at your doorstep. CalBank, a Bakede promo gives you the chance to win 5,000 monthly or 100,000 Ghana cedis at the grand draw by depositing 500 Ghana cedis from August 1 to October 31. 5 winners will receive 5,000 cedis cash every month, and 1 active customer will win 100,000 Ghana cedis in the grand draw. So go ahead and deposit that 500 cedis or more. Stay active. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Use the CalBank app or USSD via Momo Money to deposit money, or visit any of the CalBank branch or agent. CalBank for it together. Now there's great news. The Ongalicious Abingwaha promo has been extended, but it's to the 15th of August and time is running out. So submit 20 Onga powder promo sachets or 20 of the shrimp tablet promo wrappers. Now you can even mix the two, 20 of them. Submit them at any of our redemption centers. You'll be given a scratch card. Send the unique code you will see to *713 *27#. You will win instantly. We have more than 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes to be won, which includes smart TVs, deep freezers, washing machine, kitchen appliances. So promo now ends on the 15th, as I said, so hurry.
Let me also tell you quickly about Zenith Bank alerting you that fraudsters are still on the prowl. Some sounding very professional, asking you to confirm account details to help resolve a problem. It's just a lie. Zenith Bank will never ask for your PIN, password, or OTP over the phone. And if you hear such a call, cut it and call Zenith directly on 054 2000 111. Shine your eye, spot the fraud, stop the fraud. VP Electricals offers 100% genuine electrical products from top global brands and up to 5-year warranties for home, commercial, and industrial needs. Enjoy August discounts and the chance to win a free generator at any of our branches. Our products range from circuit breakers, solar cables, AVRs, Huawei solar packages, smart home DIY items, and more. With some of the world's best brands, including Phoenix Contact, Siemens, Festo, Huawei, Delta, and Hioki. We are at Opera Square. We're also at Spintex, North Industrial Area, Kasua, Oyarifa, Fenya Mataiko, and Dowenya C25. Our name is PPA Electricals. You can reach us on 050-349-8181. And get a Techno for someone's birthday or for your own personal use. It's a fantastic game changer. It's the Common Slim. Features an interactive mood light around the camera, an advanced Techno AI, bringing you mind-blowing tools like AI image to video generator, noise cancellation, and the rest of them. Head to any Techno exclusive store nationwide, grab yours today, and step into the future. Couple of comments coming on WhatsApp. Caleb, you can read them for me.
Yes, in a bit. A lot of people are saying they don't have water. People are complaining. So usually the Sakumono, Tema areas, and some also are saying that we should continue the conversation. They wouldn't mind joining a protest, but let me start from here. Yes, this one says, hey brother, I think City can lead a protest of like-minded persons like us against Galamsey, and all of us will leave our offices and classrooms to join in. And another one has sent a video, says, I saw this when I went to Ivory Coast last week from the plane. It said it's a video that shows water bodies completely discolored as a result of illegal mining activities. Bernard, good morning.
Morning.
From Tema Lashibi. Community 17 has been without water for over 6 weeks with the excuse that they are working on it. Funny thing is, they sent us a bill for July, even though we didn't have a single drop of water for the period. Quite annoying, isn't it? Good morning, CBS team. Please, I think the energy the leaders use in demolishing buildings could also be channeled through to fighting Galamsey. We would have made some progress by saving the situation. That's Moses Yavu of More Creations, House of Fashion Design and Secretariat in Ashaiman. Good morning, Bernard.
Morning.
In fact, after the cry of Mr. Bafo on April 29, which was supported by many of us around Peaceby its surroundings, within 1 week, Ghana Water released water to us. I remember that show. I remember that day we did that show. Unfortunately, after that favor, we haven't had water for the past 3 months. CBS, my humble question this morning, if I cannot access a basic amenity like water, which I'm ready to pay for as a citizen, do you think I should allow politicians to come and seek my vote during election? The government must wake up before it's too late. Oh, thank you. My name is Matthew Lacius Gada, Tema Community 25, Peaceby Junction.
Matthew, peace be to you.
Yeah. Daniel is sending us a message from Adenta. He says, good morning, Bernard. I live in Adenta. Water is rationed, but at least we get water once a week. May the good Lord sustain your efforts because I have given up on Ghana.
Oh.
Daniel has given up.
Daniel, don't give up on Ghana. So which country do you believe in now?
Good morning, team.
Morning.
I was going to send you a message on this water issue at Ablekuma, Mame Nkran area.
In Sydney, do Ablekuma also?
Mame Nkran.
I thought it was only the Tema side.
Yeah.
Ablekuma is a different side.
Yeah, different Tema. We used to get water once a week. When they transferred the people and brought in new people, they were giving us once in every 3 weeks. For almost a month now, we have not had water. When I tried calling the person in charge to inquire what the issue was, he got angry. Why are we disturbing him for water that he's not feeling well, and we are calling him up and down? He hung up on us. As I'm talking to you now, I am at the roadside looking for tanker driver to supply water. The situation is really bad.
Hold on. He said he hasn't had water for a month. He called the person in charge to inquire what the issue was. The person got angry that we are disturbing him for water.
Well.
He's not feeling well.
We are calling him up
and down and cut the food. Which means he cut the food and said,
Poor service.
Hey! Oh Lord.
Yeah, more messages on water, Bernard.
Talk to me.
Good morning.
Morning.
The water situation here in Teshi Bush Road is becoming alarming. We haven't had water since October last year.
Hey.
At this point, one might think we've been disconnected because we are on the list of Ghana Water customers who don't pay. But that's not the case at all. Bernard, I live in a house with about 5 tenants, and we spend as much as 800 cedis every week or 2 just to buy water from tankers. It's becoming extremely difficult, and honestly, I don't know what else to do. We even tried digging or drilling a borehole as an alternative. I beg you help me, please. Hoping to get some respite, but unfortunately the water we found is very salty. We took samples to the people who drilled the borehole to see if it could be treated, but we were told we would need a reverse osmosis system, which could cost between 80,000 and 100,000 Ghana cedis. But it's really not easy at all. Those of us living around Teshi Bush Road are suffering, and we desperately need help with this situation, please.
And they too, when it rains, so they get flooded too.
That's the
we call it 2 troubles, one God.
That's very, very sad development.
All right, there are lots of comments. Let's play some voice notes before we do our first interview.
Bernard, good morning. I think that this Galamsey thing that we always keep on talking about, since you are playing about it, you see, I don't see any improvement in any government in fighting this. And I think that the only way we can fight this is to let the military enter into the field. It should be like this is a war against the country. And if it is a war, we have to let the military fight it. And the military to have the order to shoot to kill. If you don't do that, and you think that you are going to be advising people to stop Galamsey, that's not going to work. You can talk from here to heaven. It is not going to work. You need to tackle it like a war. Give the military the power to shoot to kill. And before you do that, announce to everybody everywhere in this country that this is what you are going to do. The military has been given this order. If you find you in any Galamsey site, that means you want to die. So if you don't want to die, just stay in your house.
All right, that was a voice. Now I'll play more later. I have on the line a scientist and a researcher to speak to about this Galamsey issue. Dr. Franklin Obrinyako is a research scientist, Groundwater and Geosciences Division, CSR Water Research Institute. Now, they had a mid-year review where he made a fantastic presentation, and the headline is very scary. More than 60% of the country's water bodies are polluted by illegal mining activities, exposing the country to environmental health and livelihood hazards. That's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is that even if the Galamsey stopped today, it would be difficult to recover the myriad of contaminants affecting our water. He's going to explain this and tell us more. Doc, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning.
So a lot of scientists were there when you did this program. What were the big highlights, apart from what the graphic has covered, in terms of the pollution of our water and the illegal mining's role in it?
Yes, thank you very much. And let me take this opportunity to greet your listeners. Yes, so we talked about Galamsey pollution, surface mining, and the effect on our water bodies. And so what the major thing that we said was that our waters are polluted, and if care is not taken, in the near future, we are going to import water into our country. And that is very serious because if we get to that stage, then it is not going to be good for us. The pollution is still ongoing, and something must be done about that. Otherwise, our future is not going to be good for us. Yeah.
Now, when you say 60% of our water bodies, what does that mean? Does that mean the volume of water or the individual water bodies counted, 60% of them? I just want to be clear on what we mean by this.
Yes, so when we talk about our water bodies, we have the river system. Ghana has three major river systems. We have the Volta Basin, we have the Southwestern Basin, and then also the Coastal Basin. Okay, and the Volta Basin comprises about 70% of the total, and then the Southwestern about 22%, and the Coastal 8%. The Southwestern is the Bia, the Tano, the Ankobra, and then the Pra. And then the Volta Basin comprises the Black Volta and the White Volta. Okay. Currently, when you look at the map, the areas where the contamination is, you could see that all over the country, the water basins that we have, initially it was thought that the Volta Basin was spared, but just yesterday we got to know that even the Volta Basin, there's some contamination over there. And so all these individual river bodies or water bodies, when you look at them, you see that traces of contamination has been found in these water bodies. So when you look at about 60% of them, in terms of the individual water bodies that we have, that is the 60% of that, about 50% of the water bodies, they are all showing signs of contamination. Yeah.
Did the study look at the extent of contamination of specific water bodies? Is there like a ranking of River A is 90%, River B 70%? Is there that type of information available?
Not really. Not really. That information is not available. Perhaps in another study that could be done to look at the extent of contamination, where we look at the degree of the contamination that is in these water bodies.
Now, the Volta Basin is big. It has tributaries and sources. So how will we know if the lake is polluted? Because I know there's the White Volta, the Black Volta, which sort of connect into the Volta itself. And I know there are some other rivers like the Afram and Ku, which are around the Volta. So when you say the Volta is polluted to an extent, are you talking about the White Volta and the Black Volta, or are you talking about the Volta Lake?
Yes, so that particular study was presented by another colleague of mine yesterday. Yes, and they did the study on the Volta Basin, and they realized that the Black Volta, they brought samples showing the Black Volta, showing the White Volta, and then also the tributaries, the Volta Lake. Okay, some aspect of it is contaminated. Where they took the samples, they found some contamination over there. I'm sure when we speak to my colleague who did the study on the Volta Lake, they will be able to speak more
on the details. So that's Dr. Prosper Bazana.
Yes, yeah.
Now it appears the study looked at the socio-economic impacts of illegal mining on the Volta River. Do you know if there's any study on the health impacts? Because socio-economic could be livelihoods and work and that kind of thing. Has there been a study or a recent study on the health effects of Galamsey on the Volta or other similar rivers?
Yes, so the presentation that was given by my colleagues, they touched tangentially on the health, and for some, they indicated categorically that they didn't know whether these issues were primarily due to the illegal mining. They, mentioned diarrhea and other things. Okay, but they were not sure whether they were directly related to illegal mining. But on the other side, we know that, I have not done any health studies. It is just based on reported literature cases, okay, studies that have been reported in the literature, especially on the health. okay, that in these Galamsey areas, residents or people over there have been experiencing some of these health issues, okay? And we know also with experience that when water which is contaminated by heavy metals is consumed, we know that these are the consequences, okay? So when it comes to the health issue, I believe that the health practitioners will be able to speak more to that. But generally, we know that the presence of the heavy metals in water bodies can severely affect the health of individuals who consume them. You can have neurological problems, you can have kidney damages, respiratory problems. And I recently, I think, read on the net that in areas where there is Galamsey activities or these illegal mining activities, the people are having respiratory issues, okay, because of the dust and other things that, go into the atmosphere. Then there are developmental effects. We have also heard that these things are there. People are giving birth with deformities and all that. These are serious issues. I believe that maybe the health practitioners or more investigation need to go into that to really attribute it to Galamsey, because a number of things may cause some of these things. So, we must really be able to indicate or attribute it to the Galamsey, eliminate all other factors that could cause these health problems, and then know that this is really coming from Galamsey activities here.
Finally, the doctor called for strengthened transboundary water management to help tackle illegal mining and secure water bodies, especially those in the northern areas of the country.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Do you know what it means? I don't understand that.
Yes, so I think that some of the, we share boundaries with Burkina Faso and all that. And at some point in time of the year, some of the rivers, the water from Burkina Faso, they open their dams and then it comes into Ghana and all that. And so if there is pollution in their water, it also will come to Ghana. So these transboundary thing they were talking about has to do with some of these things, because it is something that is coming from one country and then it is getting into another country. And there must be that kind of collaboration and then research, and then also the relevant stakeholders must also look into that, so that these issues must be addressed, because you pollute your water in your country and then it is discharged in another person's country. I think that is one of the things, the problems we are having between Cote d'Ivoire or so. And so that when you talk about these transboundary issues, that is basically what. Right.
Finally, your presentation was dubbed "Can Ghana Heal Her Water Towards Sustainable Remediation of Polluted Water Bodies?" What was the answer to the question? What was the conclusion?
Yes, so I asked that question: Can Ghana heal water bodies? Because currently a lot of people are unsure what is happening to our water bodies. People have given up and all that. So I did the study. I analyzed the situation. I looked at whether the waters can naturally recover, and if we should stop the Galamsey and allow the waters to sit, can they recover themselves? I looked at that and I realized that, look, there are several factors that come into play. Okay, and for the water to naturally recover, first you have to look at the carrying capacity of the rivers themselves, or the system itself. Okay, whether it can naturally take up the pollutants. You also look at the time frame. Okay, how much time do we have? Because there are people who are dependent on these water bodies, and so if you want the water to naturally remediate itself, do we have that time to waste or to wait for the water to carry out the remediation? What will happen to the people who are depending on it? Will they have to sit down and wait? Are you going to look for alternative livelihood? alternative things for them to do, and all that. And then we also looked at the nature of the contamination, that the contamination is a complex mixture of both organic and inorganic and other physical contaminants. Now, when you have such a mixture of contaminants or a complex situation like that, it is somewhat difficult, especially when you have heavy metals which are somewhat persistent in the earth removal. Okay, unlike some organics which are very easy to deal with. Of course, some organic contaminants are recalcitrant; they are very difficult to biodegrade. But generally, if you have the heavy metals, it is very difficult for microbes to do that. It is generally the microorganisms that will degrade the contaminants when we talk about natural remediation. And if you look at the situation, considering the time frame and all that, you realize that it will be very difficult, practically impossible for us to wait for natural remediation to take place. I read, I think in one of the interviews with a research scientist from Soil Research Institute, that it will take about 300 years, okay, to remediate our polluted soils using phytoremediation. And when it comes to water, also, it may take, about 5 to 10 years or more to have it naturally remediated. Okay, and so you are going to wait for 5 years just doing nothing to the water and allow it to remediate. So that is the natural remediation, natural recovery, and I realized that was not going to be possible. Then you look at, if that is not going to be possible, what do you have to do? You have to, introduce some interventions, okay, human interventions, and that is by introducing other mechanisms that can remove the contaminants. So far, what has been experimented is the use of individual or single methods, okay? Let's say you have zeolite, you just use zeolite as an absorbent to remove the contaminant. Because you have different mechanisms, you have different contaminants, it will be very difficult for the zeolite alone to remove all the contaminants. And what happens is that because you are using a single method to remediate the water, there may be what we call pollution swapping. So the method that you are using to remove the contaminants may not be able to remove all the contaminants, but it also may result in pollution, releasing of other contaminants. Okay, so that is what we said, that in place of this, looking at all this, then what is needed is sustainable integrated remediation. Sustainable integrated remediation, that is a combination of different methods, and at different points in time or different locations of the river bodies, you may have to use different methods. Because when we talk about remediation, we are looking at the conditions under which the problem is occurring. Okay, the geological conditions, the physical conditions, and all that. The flow of the water in some parts of the river, the flow is very slow. In other parts, it is very fast, and all that. So all these things must be taken into consideration. Yes. So we looked at all this, and we said that, look, it is only sustainable remediation that will work. And for sustainable remediation to happen, what has to be done is that the source of the pollution must be controlled. So either the problem is eliminated or removed, because you can't keep on polluting and then you implement a remediative measure. Okay, it will not work. It means that you will have to continue doing that. So we said that we need an integrated sustainable remediation, and that means that the source must be controlled. So when we are able to do this, it is possible for us to remediate our water bodies. And then we drew experience from examples from other countries. For instance, in the UK, where we have the Thames River, okay, that was also polluted, heavily polluted, okay. But what they did was that the regulations were there, the policies were there. The source of the contamination was, sort of stopped. They cut the source of contamination. They brought in regulations that would prevent the people that were polluting the river. So they stopped. And then within some 30 years, the clarity of the water was saved. The water was improved. Yeah. So these are things that must be done. The policies must be there. The laws must be there. The enforcers of the law must work. Okay. So if these things are not done, and we talk, we want to remediate our waters, we want to clean our waters, it will be very difficult. But I get hope that if all these things are done, looking at the studies elsewhere, and then what we have currently available, it is possible for us to restore our water bodies. But the relevant stakeholders must do their work.
Thank you very much, Dr. Franklin Obrinyako, research scientist, CSIR. He says we need integrated, sustained remediation, but the precedent to that must be that the pollution has to stop. Caleb, I asked him a question around the health effects of galamsey, and I think you have research to prove this.
Yeah, so Professor Benedict Nilai Kailestego is with the epidemiology and public health of the University of Ghana, and he has done some work to show that even unborn generations will not be spared as they are born with deformities traced directly to the effects of these activities. He goes on to say that galamsey has been practiced in Ghana with is an existential threat, and it poses several health challenges not only to those directly involved but also to communities far and near. This is the scary part. So he was speaking at the Day of Scientific Renaissance of Africa at the University of Ghana, where
so it's a month ago.
Yes,
a month ago.
I'll just go to some of the details. He says the average noise produced during mining work is 89.4 dBA, which is above the 85 dBA limit recommended by the World Health Organization. Now, this causes annoyance, decreased work efficiency, and eventually may lead to noise-induced hearing loss. Now, he also said that members of communities within which they operate also bear the brunt of these activities, with some of the contaminations leading to reduced availability of potable water to citizens and waterborne diseases, which we know. Now, it goes on to say that clearing of forests, for example, for mining activities destroys habitats and threatens biodiversity and disrupts ecosystems. Now, in 2022, over 19,000 hectares of cocoa farms were destroyed by illegal mining, according to the Ghana Cocoa Board. Now, she also said a report by the World Resource Institute in 2021 showed that Ghana was losing its forest at a 60% rate, faster than any country in the world. Now, Professor Fosu Mensah, different person.
Who is an ecology and natural resources management scientist.
Exactly. Now, he's saying that the environmental destruction caused by illegal mining contributed significantly to climate change, such that deforestation and soil degradation release greenhouse gases, while the disruption of water bodies altered local climates. Quote, these changes manifest as more frequent and severe weather events, unpredictable rainfall patterns, and rising temperatures. We all can feel this. Now, the impact on agriculture is profound, with farmers facing reduced yields and increased vulnerability to climate-related shocks. This threatens food security and livelihoods, particularly in rural areas. Yeah, so...
All right.
Can I share with you
hear
quickly?
From Kakra. Yes.
So I'm going through a report on the impact of illegal mining on forests and water bodies in the country. I believe this report was presented to the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. But what I would want to add from this report is perhaps where we are coming from, or where we have come from. And in this report is a list of all the attempts, the interventions, the campaigns, the projects that we have done since as early as 2006 in the name of fighting galamsey or illegal mining. So as far back as 2006 was the anti-illegal mining operations. That's one. Next, and this will not necessarily be in a particular order. Next is the 2013 Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, which also did some work. There was also Operation Halt, Part 1, purposely looking at illegal timber operations. Operation Vanguard, which was in 2017 against galamsey. And then there was national ban on all forms of small-scale mining in 2017. In 2017 again, audit and training of small-scale mining to adopt, or miners, audit and training of small-scale miners to adopt global best practices. This was 2017. And then in 2018, Galam Stop. That was an operation, Galam Stop.
With an up to match.
Exactly.
Some drones procured.
Operation Halt part 2. This started in 2022. Okay. Other things that were done: engagement and sensitization of key stakeholders, including government agencies, media, NGOs, CSOs, CBOs, traditional authorities, and the general public. Regular patrols of forest reserve boundaries, seizure and immobilization of mining equipment and destruction of structures within forest reserves, joint monitoring with Regional Security Council, REGSEC, District Security Council, DISEC, and Municipal Security Committee, MUSEC. There was also a weekly water quality monitoring and monthly situational report to the ministry. And there have been many arrests and prosecutions of illegal miners. The prosecutions, we haven't really seen the outcomes from the courts on the subject of illegal mining, just to let you know where we are coming from, or where we have come from.
This is up to 2021.
No, there's 2022 happening in there, and even some are still ongoing.
Some of these now.
Yes.
All right. I wanted to play a few more voice notes before we put everything together. Here are listeners telling us their experiences with water and their views about the Galamsey water.
Blessed morning, Bernard. Thanks to you and your team for the good work City Breakfast Show is doing and continues to do in terms of representing the concerns of the masses. You know, when you started this bit on the water, and I complained about Committee 22 Annex going through to the Zenu area, New York, in Tema. And you made it an agenda item on the show to get them to look at the concerns of the people. Around that time, for over 5-6 months, they gave us water for 3 weeks, and then it went back again. And for the past 2 months, Bernard, no drop of water has passed through our tap. You see, no serious country would do that. When the meter reader comes and you ask him, he's clueless. He comes to read the 00 and goes back. Bernard, this is not good. This is bad. This is bad governance. The citizens deserve better. Blessed morning. Bernard, this is Reverend Dr. Demisana with the Executive Secretary of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana. Have a blessed day.
Bernard and team. Okay, so good morning. I just heard you asking for a voice note on the Galamsey. Okay, I come from Western North, currently working in Accra. The Galamsey issue, I am telling you for a fact that it has nothing to do with the indigenes who are in the small towns where the Galamsey is happening. If we want to solve the Galamsey, unless every government appointee, every minister, every person at the Flagstaff House decides that enough is enough, otherwise we are not solving the Galamsey. That is the real fact on the ground. Because those guys in the village do not have the amount of money that buys an excavator, puts it on a low bed, cross all the barriers to get into the village. Okay? And for me, for those rural communities, what has worked for some of them is that they were able to push their paramount chiefs and then the Odi crows in the area to invoke curses, slaughter a goat under what do we call it, a deba, that anybody that does Galamsey and destroy their only water source left should be killed. Then you find that such places are left alone. In the absence of that, it is our big men who are sitting in the various offices in Accra, the Flagstaff House. They are the Galamseyers, not the people they go and arrest on the site. Thank you.
So I live in Community 5, Gapua Quarters. I've been there for over 2 years, and we had legal water. So on weekdays, the tap flows sometimes around 5 a.m. to 7, and then it goes off again. During the weekends, no water. Sometimes you get water in the afternoons after work too. But on weekends, it's a no-no. So with kids doing the laundries, using the washroom and all that, It's really terrible. At times it goes a week or two without water, so the fire department of the Kapoha comes around to give us water. Yeah. So that days is really terrible. Yeah. Thank you.
Good morning, Bernard and the Citi FM team. My name is Kofi Ajaman. Talking from Akosombo. I live here, but I am from Achimosino, where Galamsey is active for a long time now. You see, this menace of Galamsey and this pollution of rivers, it amounts to people getting sick, people dying. It only means that if you are doing illegal mining, you are causing murder, and it should be treated as such. These NIMOs, these people going after illegal mining, there should be a direct order. If we catch you doing illegal mining, it should be considered as causing murder. I mean, genocide, because it's on a mass scale. People are going through so many things because of this water pollution thing. It's even getting to some of us here in the south where there's no illegal mining, and it's bad. It should be treated as murder or genocide. That's only when we arrest you and then no assemblyman will come and bail you and all that sort of thing. You should be able to deal with it that way. We should see it the way it is. It's other than that, it's like someone is going to work and you are speaking against their work. No, they are causing genocide, mass genocide, and the report from Kolebu says it all. Good morning.
Morning, Bernard and team. See, I'm a Christian, but when it comes to this Galamsey issue, I feel that we need a different course of action. No human intervention will solve this. Why? Because the persons charged with that responsibility are the ones benefiting from it. The chiefs, political leaders, are the ones behind this nonsense. So for me, the only issue is that I just call on Mother Earth to do justice, to defend her own, So anybody who enters a river body to destroy it should be carried away by the water. Anybody who enters a forest area to deplete it for Galamsey purposes should be swallowed by the earth. Anybody who enters anywhere, any land for Galamsey purposes should be swallowed up by the earth. The book of Psalms says that the wind are messengers of God, and so when we speak to the wind, it works. This, I think, is the only way out. Thank you. My name is Nana Kosi.
Good morning, Bernard. The issue of Galamsey is something that we can't manage. Reason being that most of those who are working in these Galamsey places, they are graduates, degree holders, diploma holders, and when they come back to look for a job, most of them, they are those who did education. The government sector is choked. Private sector, you go there, they will not pay you any amount. The least they can pay you is 800 Ghana. And how can you use 800 Ghana as a young man to save, to cater for certain things, expenses, and then build a house? Those are the Galamsey side. Within a short time, people went there last year. Within a year, they come back to build. And you'll be in a teaching field for more than a decade. You can't do anything because the salary is very meager. So the best thing government can do is to, formulate some policies and then find ways of pushing the youth into engage them in other activities. Find jobs for them. That's the only way. And the private sector too, they should also try to do something about how they pay their workers, especially in the teaching field. I think that is one way we can solve this problem of Galamsey. Thank you.
Good morning, Bernard. I want to remain anonymous, contributing to the current discussion on the Galamsey issue. I want to draw to your attention that most of the time, attention is being drawn to the south, leaving out the northern aspect of Ghana, especially Savannah region. On the Bonny Bamboy stretch, we have about 3 to 5 communities that are heavily into Galamsey. We have Tinga, Dakrupe, Dollar Power, and some others. And in those communities, the rate at which we have teenage pregnancy on the rise as a social impact of Galamsey is very high, especially within the age of 10 to 14 years. It's very, very high. And then when it comes to the classroom, from class 6 all the way to GSS, you can count from those communities where the Galamsey is taking up a place and the neighboring communities. You can count, and then you have about less than 60 pupils. That's from upper primary 6 to GSS. However, you realize that from lower primary 1 to class 3 or 4, the number is huge over there. That's the challenge that is on the ground. Thank you.
Good morning, Bernard and your team. I think this fight against Galamsey has stalled, if that's the right word to use. Because what you are saying or discussing there is something that you've discussed over and over again. And I'm quite surprised the way you've toned down, so to speak, on the fight against Galamsey. I remember a couple of years back, you were on the neck of the previous government to call state of emergency because of the Galamsey. Aren't people dying, getting these kidney diseases and all sorts now? Because back then they were having it, and now too it's still ongoing. So why have we sort of stalled on the state of emergency against the Galamsey? For me, I think that would be the best way to stop this whole madness. Thank you.
Good morning. This wisdom. When I tell about the water issue from Zenua to Tarika area there to Kubeko number 2. Even number 2, we don't even have the pipeline, the main pipeline. I don't know whether it's true. If we can find out for us, because we in that area, Kubeko number 2, we are now contributing 2,400 students to bring the main pipe. I don't know whether it's true or not, because by repeating ourselves that we want to contribute 2,400 students so that we can bring the main pipe into our area. We don't have water. We need to depend on those Boboya guys to bring us water, and it costs us a lot. because there's a lot. If you can find out if in that area, Kubeku number 2 area, there's a main pipeline pass through that area, because that's what is bothering us a lot. Thank you very much.
And at this point, it's like this Galamsey matter, we have tampered it to the extent that it has become a canker. And I support the initiative of the shoot to kill, because how can a few people be causing so much problem for the entire country, and yet still no government seems to have to care, no government seems to care about the lives of the citizens it is affecting. It is true that there is an employment deficit, but then that doesn't warrant you going into the forest reserves and then mining illegally to destroy. I mean, now what you are doing is affecting the entire population. That's the unemployment is not affecting probably the entire population. So we have to weigh the options, and I think we should take a drastic measure to curb this menace. And again, I stay at Basket on the Sphinx. We haven't had water for close to 3 months now. And it's quite worrying. Water hasn't flowed through our taps, and we just have to, each and every other day, we have to rely on these water tank supplies.
Hello, Citi FM. My name is Eric, and this is concerning the water problem. Currently, I'm not in Ghana, so I quite remember listening to your show last year, somewhere around last year. There were some concerns about some people taking over fire hydrants and selling water from the hydrant to the people, and you guys talked extensively about it. So I would like to know, what was the outcome of that conversation? What did you find out? Who are the people controlling the fire hydrant? What is the arrangement they have with the government? What was the outcome of that investigation or of that conversation? Can you please tell us?
I believe and I know strongly that this Galamsey will never stop, because those who are watching over the people are taking money from them. They are taking money from them. So taking money from them encourages the people to do the Galamsey. I witnessed some at Akotia last 2 weeks. So, my brothers, this Galamsey issue, if you don't wake up, it will not stop. It will not stop. Thank you.
Good morning, Team CBS. I visited the Galamsey community in the Eastern region, not too far from Linda Dobunsu rest stop, and what I saw with my naked eyes was shocking. Bernard, it is so shocking that I later engaged 2 guys to ask them what their motivation was, and they told me it pays well. The other guy I engaged first was being paid 2,000 cedis a week, and the other guy was being paid 1,500 cedis a week. These guys work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So it's a day and night shift. And then they don't work on Tuesdays, which they believe is a sacred day not to visit water bodies and forest reserves. One common thing I also saw in the community was the availability of guns. Guns. I could count about 12 different people each day with pistols by their side, especially by their waist or in their back pockets. At night, around 10 p.m., all you can hear in the air is gunshots being fired into the air. And in a distance of 50 meters, you hear another gunshot. In a distance of 70 meters, you hear another gunshot being fired in the air. It's like they are showing supremacy, or they are giving warnings to people who might attack them at night. The kind of guns these people have in these Galamsey communities, Bernard, it will shock you that even our security services do not have such guns. If Ghana doesn't wake up to this Galamsey fight, we will end up like some countries in the South America fighting hard drugs and not being able to do it because it's now a cartel. Thank you so much. This is my little concern and my little observation.
Good morning. I use this as an opportunity to also say my thought on the effects of Galamsey on our rivers. I suggest that this can be best treated when the communities cooperate with government. Because what I see is some of the communities are working hand in hand with the operators. Some of them, you can see that sometimes when they talk about it, some people are against it, that a source of employment to this and the community. So if operators and the community is working together, even if you involve military men, you still not find a solution, because the community is giving the operators every update, whether police is attacking or military is attacking. So in order to solve this, I think the community should cooperate with government for their own safety. Yes, that's what I think is best way to treat these problems.
Hello, Bernard. Good morning. Bernard and team, good morning. Hope you're all good. This is Frederick from Tema. I just want to add my voice to the Galamsey issue. I have always supported the calls for shooting to kill, because you can't have just a few people destroying the lands and forests of the entire nation, and we say that shooting to kill is an extreme measure. Letting those few people go for the majority of this country to stay alive, it is better. It is better, because then people will now sit up and say, look, the government is really serious about this pampering and animals and taking to court. Bro, it's not going to do anything. People need to face the fire. Once they face it, a lot of people would step back and sort of re-strategize about how they want to really do these things. But if we sit down and we are pampering them, and because we feel like some people in government are involved, or whatever it is that they can say, it will hurt us all. It will hurt us all. Well, old folks say that right? If you have a sore on your leg or any part of your body, and you refuse to take the drastic measure of, dressing it with hot water and making sure it dies, it will become a big sore. And that is what we are doing to ourselves. Galamsey has now become something that looks like can't even control. It's bad. Shoot to kill. Get into the forest. The army guys shoot them to kill. Like helicopter in the air. And I any grenade or Ghana. Cause it's bad.
Good morning, Bernard and Team City. This Galamsey menace, it's been with us for over a decade. We pretend we want to solve the problem, but the politicians, the local leaders, the clergy, all our leaders, I'm sure they are benefiting one way or the other. What I've realized in Ghana is anything that does not benefit the upper class or the ruling class, the police will clamp down, or security forces clamp down on it immediately. I want us to use El Salvador as a case study. A gentleman called Nayib Bukele took over El Salvador. It was the most hardened criminal country in Latin America. Within 2 years, he had cracked the whip, had arrested all gang members, and now El Salvador is the safest country in the Western Hemisphere part of the world. So it is doable. If El Salvador can clean their streets of gangs, and today it's a tourist destination, we can fight Galamsey if we are committed to it. We just need somebody to show leadership.
Bernard, good morning. I was at Accra over the weekend, and that was when I realized that this country, there's nothing you can do to stop Galamsey. On a regular Saturday morning, what you see in neighborhoods is young people going for jogging and all those stuff. But to my surprise, I'm not exaggerating. Let's say from Jolu to La Paz, right? That's the distance. You could see young people, right, ready to enter the forest, ready to enter the bushes to do Galamsey. You could see the youth all along the road, let's say from Jolu to La Paz. That was when I realized that this Galamsey issue is not going to end anytime soon. We can't stop it. We can't stop Galamsey. You could see that they've dug along the roads, and even electric poles. They will fall off very soon. I think we are in doom, honestly.
Good morning, Bernard. For the Galamsey issue, I think the politicians, they are not willing to fight it. Because using the 9 months and Galam stock and all that stuff, it will not solve the issue. The only way to stop this Galamsey menace is stop their supply chain. Currently, I'm working at Anyan Quarantine of Wasi Kokobe. Come and see the Chinese who have set up big warehouses selling the Galamsey tools, the chamfines, the horses, and the other machine that the Galamsey used to destroy our soil, the land, the rivers, and the water bodies. They are in full glare of everybody, but no one is talking about it. Going to the bushes wouldn't solve it. Just stop their supply chain. And the Galamsey, so if they don't have chamfan, they don't have excavators, and they don't have those other tools, you leave them 3 to 6 months, they will all come home, and the problem will be solved. The politicians will never stop because they are benefiting from it. Because if you come to these areas, you will see in a stretch of about 100 meters, you see about 20 gold buyers offices. Where do they buy the gold from? And who do they say they go to? Gold board. So the politician will never solve this problem. We all have to come together and put pressure on the government to stop their supply chain. The Chinese are all over in these villages, setting up big warehouses, selling chamfan, Galamsey tools to destroy our lands. And we are looking on. This is madness. This is evil.
9:26, and Ghanaians listening, sharing their views, experiences, and perspectives on Galamsey. We really thank you for sending those messages. And almost all these efforts are like scratching the surface, and the evidence is there for all of us to see. Now, let me do a couple of announcements before I wrap this segment up. UPSA, in partnership with Catholic University of Milan and E for Impact Foundation, is inviting you to apply to the MBA in Impact, Entrepreneurship and Innovation. This program gives you dual globally recognized MBA, Ghana and Italy, with hands-on practical training experience. you get access to business and investor network, and a full week in Italy for networking, matchmaking, and mentorship with international experts and investors. If you're an entrepreneur, a startup founder, career-driven entrepreneur, or someone with a big idea, this is your moment. Send a WhatsApp to Dr. Andrews Aiku, the program coordinator, on 0244 760425. Or email andrews.aiku@upsa.edu.gh. The countdown is on. The Absa Auto Fair in partnership with Citi FM and Hollard Insurance is bringing you Ghana's leading automotive brands and thousands of car lovers together for one exciting weekend. It's on 22nd and 23rd August, Good Park, Accra Mall, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Bring a friend, bring family, come and explore vehicles, enjoy test drives, insurance, and affordable finance options. Call 054-136-1237.
Imagine sourcing directly from the heart of manufacturing and trade. Consolidated Bank Ghana Limited, CBG, is thrilled to announce their third international trade trip to China, an exclusive trip designed just for you to Guangzhou and Yiwu from the 4th to the 20th of October 2026. You get the opportunity to explore the Chinese market, network with suppliers, and discover innovative products that can elevate your business. Enjoy easy access to various sectors with professional translators at your service to bridge communications gap. Now, there will be orientation to the Chinese market, factories, market visits, and valuable connections that could transform your business strategy. So don't miss out on this chance to expand your horizons. For inquiries, call Rosemary on 0243 803 596. Solomon's number is 0556 799 127. CBG will stand with you. Admission to Valley View University is officially open. We go beyond academics to shape character, empower you for the 21st century. Whether you're a fresh high school graduate or a working professional, Valley View offers flexible weekend, weekday, and sandwich schedules tailored to your lifestyle. We offer diploma, undergraduate, and graduate, that's master's and PhD programs. Our programs include business administration, nursing, midwifery, mental health, nursing, computer science, theology, education, and a host of others. So check us out, admissions.vvu.edu.gh. We have campuses in Oyibi, Kumasi, and Techiman. So WhatsApp 030-705-1149. Valley View University, where academics meets purpose. When you buy anything, it's got to be the very best. Diamond 42.5 grade cement is the highest quality cement on the Ghanaian market. We've been in the business since the year 2000. We are rated green by the APA. We have the affordable 32.5 grade as well. Great value for your pocket. Deal with the company directly if you wish to buy. We have outlets all across the country. Our factories are now Plau, Takrady, and Buepe. 02443133368. Diamond cement is still as hard as a diamond.
Well, the show is not over. We will take a short break. When we come back, we do a quick interview before we come back to your messages on water and Galamsey. The Sky is in a Black Stars jersey.
Yes.
He has gone to do Sakura.
Yes.
And he's just laughing at me today. That's laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me? I'm trying to bring Galamsey back to the front bed and you are laughing at me. Why am I laughing?
They say if something bowler, you know, it is pack the thing. Gata, toka. You know, go ahead and do two. Because the people waiting for do that thing.
They don't want to.
Oh, they don't care about anything. They don't care.
Even if I do this for 1 week, nothing will happen. If I do 1 month every day, Galamsey.
The only low-hanging fruit in town right now is Galamsey.
Oh, child.
And they don't want to do anything about it. It's sad.
Oh,
You and I have done this since 2014, 2015, 2016. Galamsey. We spoke about it. The people in charge of Ghana today spoke about it.
Maybe we should sing about it now.
Oh, bro. Let them do a song about the matter. All of the people who mean well for this.
You've all done Galamsey song.
But you see your energy.
Charlie.
I was watching you with such horror.
Oh,
the fire died.
You are feeling tired.
You heard it from the listeners themselves. In fact, before we even came on, I was telling you that the Galamsey people and the politicians in charge were counting on us losing our energy in the fight against Galamsey. Oh, if the president says he is determined to fight it, and he moves his nobody. You have the only institution or the only people with monopoly over violence is the military, the state, as we call them.
So they can deploy it.
The people who are out there creating. Why is it me my fault now? The people should. I mean, you know what I'm saying? No. We've been talking about it for long, and you cannot. You look for different angles to come to it. So today we do scientists. Tomorrow you talk to some other angle. Yeah, but you see, it was not with the same energy.
Yeah, but how much can you sustain?
You know, the people.
I even had to go and do Milo to drink. I needed to boost. I
felt so sorry for you.
My head says I had to go and collect Milo some biscuits because the breast salad didn't come.
A whole helicopter fell from the sky.
Oh, Charlie.
People died. Charlie. If you have no respect for anything, at least do it in their memory.
Really?
Use it as a basis to say, no, let's draw the line under this one. It should not repeat itself. Let's go after the people ruthlessly. It's not about some, perfunctory prosecution of people who will be seen as outliers and whatever it is, and showing that you have done something about. No. Go into the bushes. The boys who have the courage. Forestry commission people have gone into forest to go and deal with people. Community people have risen up with arms,
Charlie,
chasing officers of state, and those people, nothing has happened to them. And yet we have the state wielding monopoly over what? Violence, the use of violence to suppress an activity that is killing all of us. The report you read today about rivers being polluted.
60%.
Other countries, in fact, as we speak, Egypt and Ethiopia are likely to go to war
over water.
Water at some point will become the basis on which we either live or die in this country. And yet we are watching it go bad. And then we say we have a government. It is just so irresponsible. The crass incompetence that is driving all the lackadaisical attitudes we've seen in the past government, Nanado's government started something and then fire died. President Mahama promised he would deal with it. He's come to office. Last time in office. And yet, bobo, because you have read the stories. Gold is our leading foreign exchange earner. And when the government has lost ideas as to how to put people to work, how to change the structure of the economy, and sees gold as the only game in town, that is what happens. We are unable to tell whether the gold we are buying are from genuine sources or from, they say they are doing something about it. But thus far, nothing has happened. And on top of that, we are told by the IMF that we are losing so much money. $1.7 billion lost because of this activity. We say, we are using it to support the economy and that will help other sectors. But not. Ask yourself, the Ghana that our children would inherit in 10, 20, 30 years, if you project into that future with what we are doing now, the lackadaisical attitude, the crass incompetence of government, what kind of country will be left? I shudder to think that.
Avle,
we'll be back.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hello passengers, welcome aboard Air Tanzania flight TC235. This is your captain speaking. Honeymoon is heading to Dar es Salaam and Zanzibar. Get ready for unforgettable memories. Business travelers, we hope you also make time to experience the beauty of East Africa. Sit back, relax and enjoy the rest of your flight.
Fly directly from Accra to East Africa 3 times a week with Air Tanzania. Whether for business or leisure in Guangzhou, Dubai, Zanzibar or beyond. Fares are from $550 USD. Book now at airtanzania.co.tz. Call 0270-264-200 or visit our office adjacent to the airport post office. Transport your goods and services in Africa and beyond only with Air Tanzania. Air Tanzania, the wings of Kilimanjaro.
Looking to build strong, beautiful, and long-lasting structures? Then you need the right materials, and we've got you covered.
At Rockstead's Building Products, we provide top quality building solutions you can trust. For your roofing needs, choose our light gauge premium steel truss. Strong, durable, and built to last. Pair it with our premium coated aluminium and alu-zinc roofing sheets for maximum protection and a sleek finish. Working on interiors, we supply quality metal noggins for solid framing, as well as POP, plasterboard, and acoustic solutions to give your ceilings and walls a smooth, modern look with excellent sound control. And don't forget, your project isn't complete without reliable electricals. We have high-quality cable trays, electrical cables, distribution boards, switches, multi-sockets, and other electrical accessories for all your electrical needs. Visit us today at Taifa Junction, off the Achimota and Sawem Road, or find us across all regions in Ghana. Call us now on 0544-338-041 or 0243-690-402. Rockstead's Building Products, quality and affordable.
Your child can excel academically and in the sports they love and are good at. At Prodigy International Academy, we believe every child deserves to excel in the classroom, on the field, and in life. With an internationally recognized curriculum, an elite sports program, modern, well-serviced boarding facilities, and a strong foundation in Christian values, Prodigy nurtures confident, skilled, and well-rounded learners who are prepared for a global future. Here, sports and academics go hand in hand to empower students to discover their strengths, develop strong character, leadership, and relentlessly pursue excellence. Give your child's full potential a chance. Visit prodigy.edu.gh or call 025-609-7974 to begin your Prodigy's journey. Prodigy International Academy. Persevere, excel, inspire.
Okay, I'll see you soon. Why, baby? Hey, my Mr. Enra, my boyfriend, I could see about star 959 hash. I want your phone so. Now we're really.
Anita, I don't doggy parko.
Oh, one swap. I could see a answer about number one. I am wondering now. And then there was so yummy show, Papa B. Now, me the toss a short, sexy dress, no. Now, Mrs. Samiti. Now, me yummy nails, no. So come on. Oh, no. Me fa uba. Make a do some small 1-2 rounds. Be answer me doing it. Now, we cheer. Hey, Nana, so he for order. So, Chinese. And the wine, Papa B. And I mean this, I check, no.
Hey, Anita.
Na sani mia when you hear TV, no. I also say sound. Not to prepared. Na me chilly esimu. I no go feel sweat like that. See fine girl.
Hey, Anita.
Jesus.
Baby, I will do no Mr. Remember, dial star 959 hash. Oh, iPhone na back to my no one can say you so what?
Sister, next time cut call no what? Dial star 959 hash and I call 590mobile.com.gh. Not to be 590 mobile. Head down some.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
It's 40 after 9. In the midst of all the conversations, there's always an opportunity somewhere for you to better yourself and come back to the country and contribute to the growth of the nation. That's what Daddy Lumba is talking about. Me don't. We love Ghana. So the Center for Higher International Education Facilitation, CHIEF for short. I love it. CHIEF for Center for Higher International Education Facilitation, CHIEF for short. Now, it's an education consultancy based in Accra, Ghana. They mainly help students like you gain admission to universities and colleges abroad. Now, they've been in the business since the year 2004. Think about it. And they've facilitated admissions for Ghanaian students to institutions in the United States, Canada, Europe, and Australia.
It's your
And it's a great delight to welcome into the studio Dr. Ben Fiabo, counselor and mentor, and Miss Zakia Yakubu. She's the head of people, counseling, and client success, and they are all with Chief. Welcome to the studio this morning.
Thank you very much.
So who is Chief? Who is Chief?
Okay, so Chief stands for Center for Higher International Education Facilitation.
Great.
Chief started operating in 2004.
2004,
okay.
Right.
So we prioritize ethical advising, realistic university selection, proper academic preparation, and transparency in all student interactions.
Right.
Okay. So we do not just position ourselves merely as a recruitment agency, all right, but as an advisory institution that supports students from early planning through admission and transition.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you've done this since 2004. That's how many years? 22 years.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes.
What's your testimonial? What's your body of work? How many people would you say you've helped? Which institutions? What causes are people choosing the most? What's your success rate, basically?
Okay. When it comes to the numbers, to be frank, it's a lot.
Overwhelming.
Okay, yes. But we have students in US, students in Canada, a lot of students in Spain studying right now.
Spain,
yes,
US, Canada, right.
Australia.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
And what causes are people really looking out for? What are the programs that are invoked lately? That's you. What about China, though?
China?
Yeah.
Not recently, we
Not
haven't
quite.
had a lot of people wanting to study there.
Right. In
Yes.
Germany?
Germany, we have a few in the pipeline we are processing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you were telling me about the programs that people are really looking forward to when they apply.
Okay, they are looking more into the sciences.
The sciences,
okay, but I would leave more of the program details to Dr.
Doc,
Ben.
to talk about.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
Doc, you're a counselor. How long have you done this business?
Oh, for a long time.
Yeah.
But I started in 2005.
2005.
I was with the U.S. mission here for 6
21
years.
Oof.
Yeah. For 6 years, I
Right.
worked with the U.S. mission
Right.
in education advising.
Okay.
That's what I did. And then I joined Chief somewhere 2012,
Right.
13.
Right.
And I had the opportunity to work at the University of Ghana as a
Right.
visiting scholar.
Super.
Teaching and instrumentation.
Right.
Yeah, so I work with students. So
Right.
generally, having done a lot in academics,
Yeah.
I have the background to
It-
mentor students.
It's a natural progression.
Correct, correct. So from Chief, I went to Legon,
Right.
and I've been there for the last 10 years,
Oh, nice.
12 years.
Cool.
But the last two are part-time.
Okay,
It's
cool.
not full-time anymore.
Okay,
So
cool.
I joined Chief just this year.
Oh, nice.
And so it's like
Yeah,
going
back to
home.
Chief.
Yes, yes.
Back to your old love.
So you asked about the fields of study.
Yes, please.
They range from engineering,
Right.
Disciplines.
Mm.
Let me put it this way: the engineering sciences,
Right.
mathematical sciences, physical sciences,
Mhm.
humanities, arts, and social sciences.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the range.
So when people come to you and they really want to go out and study, what's really the motivation? Why they trying to get into schools? What's the advantage, the leverage it gives them to study abroad? I think
Yeah.
that's a question I want to ask.
Number one, the number of tertiary institutions.
Right.
There's between 5,000 to 8,000 institutions of higher learning.
Hmm.
So they have a huge pool of institutions to select from.
Right.
Then again, the facilities.
Mm.
Sometimes we struggle with the instrument, equipment, and machines for research.
True.
Research and development. So they see, and then particularly the funding.
Mhm.
Funding aspect. If you have a very good student, academically strong
Yeah.
transcripts.
Yeah.
And so those stand higher chances of
Yeah.
enrolling with funding.
Okay.
So the attraction is the funding.
Okay.
We prefer to call it financial aid instead of scholarship.
Okay.
Because the way we understand scholarships here can be tricky. It's like full ride.
Yeah.
But unless we get a full ride, we shy away from using the
From where we are coming from, they start their own family.
Exactly.
You see that?
Right. So
Yeah,
we
business,
use financial aid. So to start off, we help them in the planning
Okay.
because the educational system,
Mhm.
the academic calendar, and the semesters, the way they are structured,
Yeah.
is such that if you don't plan well,
Mhm.
you lose time.
Yes.
And then we take you through the application process.
Okay.
So we have an introductory lecture,
Okay.
both graduate and undergraduate.
Okay.
So where they want to go, when,
and
we help them plan all those,
Okay.
the field of study,
Right.
and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So we begin the process. After the introductory lecture, we sit with them one-on-one.
Okay.
So we involve with school selection or program selection. as the
Based
case
on
may
their
be.
performance
Correct.
and their
transcripts,
interest,
their interest
their
areas.
professional progression.
Correct.
Okay.
And so we explain all those things. We have a firm belief that every soul comes here with gifts and talents from our maker.
Absolutely.
And then they develop interest and skills while they are here to determine their career path. So we work along those
Wow,
lines.
you're very people focused.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't do one side fits all kind of thing. It explains why Zakia Yakubu is the head of people, counseling and client success. I like your title.
Very important.
I love it. Your focus is the success of your people, and I really like that. So usually the funding bit you mentioned that, so I'm not going to talk about that anymore. But so when we come to you, you've explained some of the things you're going to do. So what's the window for those who are looking for travel, seeking to educate themselves abroad? What does Chief offer them in this season, considering all the services you've rendered in the last 22 years?
Yeah. Even the process.
Yes. Do you have anything coming
what
up?
is available
Exactly.
for them? Okay.
So you've done for others. Now the rest of us who are now listening, what can you do for us? That's basically the question.
You need to visit Chief, then we sit with you.
Okay.
After you've attended the introductory lecture.
Okay.
So we take you through the kinds of educational system. Now, the educational system in the US is close to ours, like 6 years of primary elementary school, you go to junior high schools, but they have up to grade 12.
Right.
Some people do grade 13 just to prepare for college. In fact, the terms college and university are used interchangeably.
Yeah.
But the catch is that there are 2-year community colleges which award associate degrees.
2-year community colleges.
Yes, they are
Wow.
very practical, hands-on.
Right.
So people who can't afford the 4-year colleges go
Yeah.
to community colleges and they're
2 years.
awarded associate degrees.
Right.
Just 2 years.
Right.
Then you can continue 2 more years and get a bachelor's degree
Okay.
in a 4-year college, which is equivalent to a university.
Oh,
You
nice.
can also apply directly to a university and get a 4-year, but then you go on from there to either academic degrees or professional. But I mean, masters and doctorate or MBA, then DPharm in pharmacy is a 6-year straight, and then medicine.
Yeah.
But those areas, funding is tough to get for international students
I
generally.
imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine. So, Zakia, talk to me. Are you running any program we need to attend, whether as parents, prospective students, or we need to come to your office? Is there a number you want to share so we can get in touch with you? You know, especially for those of us who are from hard to reach areas who are listening to you on the radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We currently have fully funded PhD, masters, and MPhil advisory session going on.
Fully funded.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Fully. So if you're interested in knowing more about the fully funded PhD programs, the masters and the MPhil, I'll urge you to book a session to meet with Dr. Ben. Okay. It's important because you get to know the programs available. You get to know, I won't use scholarship like Doctor said, the financial aid available for you, the intakes, the schools. After this advisory session, you may even go ahead and do your own application.
Very well. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Right.
So please book your time and come and meet Dr. Ben.
Okay.
I'm leaving these numbers. You can
Please
call.
do, please do.
024 999 910. Okay.
That's simple.
024
yes. 4910. If you forget it.
59s.
5910.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then a second number, in case the first one is busy,
Yes.
020 69 45 206.
Okay.
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 We'll be expecting you in our offices.
Absolutely. So, thank you for passing through. I am very, very confident this is an answer to someone's prayer this morning. So, we're going to be calling you. Please keep your phones fully charged because we will be disturbing you all day. Where is Chief? Where's your office?
We are located at Abelinkwe on the 102 Shandor Street.
102 Shandor Street.
Yes, please.
Charlie, we are coming there straight. Dr. Ben, give us your final word before you take leave of us. Really
Final
grateful
word
for
is
it.
that the accreditation is a big deal. Just like in Ghana, we have the National Accreditation Board, and then we also have the GTEC. There too, they have accreditation boards.
Right.
And if students are researching, they can visit www.CHIA, Council for Higher Education Accreditation,
in
the US, to check whether the institution they want to attend.
You don't want to go and get a degree and GTech will say stop calling yourself doctor.
Exactly. And then for engineering, is the Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology, called the ABET. And so on. There are several other websites that we can refer to.
Amazing stuff.
It's a lot of research in there. The students should be ready and prepared to work hard because it takes a lot of time to do, from planning, writing, and then about standardized tests. GRE, you might have heard about SAT, TOEFL for undergrads, then TOEFL, GRE, GMAT, PCAT, MCAT, and so on.
Doc, when we come, you will give us all that point. You see that? Doc
I'll
wants
be
to
ready.
download everything.
Yes, onto
Dr. Ben Fiabo, thank you so much. You are
It's a
a
pleasure.
counselor and mentor with Chief Ms. Zakia Yakubu, Head of People, Counseling and Client Success. I love your title. Chief is Center for Higher International Education Facilitation. Call this number 0245910 and you'll be on your way to your PhD fully funded. Thank you for passing through.
Thank you.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Eno, you know what our father left us when he died?
Debts?
He left us land, Eno. But Nanayo said the land is his. The court said, come back in 2031.
Hey, that's not an inheritance. That's a curse, brother.
Real Ejapade doesn't come with disputes. At Deftraco Woodlands, a 592-acre master plan gated city in Dawenya, your inheritance is waiting. Don't leave your children a court case. Leave them Deftraco Woodlands, the Ejapade they will be proud of. Visit woodlands.deftracogroup.com. Call or WhatsApp us today on 0208-732-302.
Kofi, I think we need to call them.
Deftraco Woodlands, where your roots run deep.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Raging all the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Source International School is calling you to an all-girls STEM and entrepreneurship boarding school where they raise your girls into leaders and industry creators. They accept girls from Cambridge JHS 1 through A levels, offering a safe learning environment, affordable tuition, scholarship opportunities for this academic year. Bring your kids. We are at a Pump Junction, Central Region, Ghana. 055-955-2263. LiveSourceGhana.org is where you can visit for more information. And we all know that silence when your rent is due and you can't pick up the call. When the shop is empty and you're pretending it's fine, the salary finished 2 weeks ago, there are still more weeks to go. The goods are stuck at the port. The clearing agents keep calling. The business idea is ready, but the cash isn't. That silence has a name. It's got money. Now, Bills breaks the silence. Whether you need working capital, a salary loan, emergency cash, or startup funding, your Ghana card is all you need. So call Bills Microcredit today. 0596 920 833. Bills breaks the silence. And happy birthday going to the CEO of Primera Beauty, Selma Abena. May God bless you in your new age. Here's to many more years of peace, growth, happiness, and success. Doc Chris loves you. That's the message for you. Yesterday was the birthday of Apostle Samuel Jehu Obobi, General Secretary, the Church of Pentecost. Happy blessed birthday to you, sir. Yeah. And happy birthday to my daughter Nik Amarteifio of St. Rose's Senior High School, Akwetia. Wishing her God's guidance in every aspect of her life. From her dad, Roderick, siblings Nik Amarte and Na Amoko. To you, Nik Amarteifio of St. Rose's Senior High School, Akwetia. Have a good one. Emmanuel Kwesi Amoesi. Happy birthday once again. Have a good one. Antina Na Oyokote will be taking over your radio. She will be your companion through brunch and beyond. The news will come at 12. And Traffic Avenue will continue eyewitness all the way around the clock. Relevant programming is what you get on 97.3 Citi FM. My name is Caleb. Thank you for doing the listening. I was here with the entire team. Grateful to the production team for the support. Have a productive day.